तुरंत नहीं पड़ेगा वो।
नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल, नमस्कार, वनकम, हेलो, होला, आलो, प्रिव्ये और अगर मुझे और भाषाएं आती होती तो मैं उसमें भी आपका स्वागत या ग्रीटिंग्स कर देता। Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's your homie Shibzi and I would like to welcome you all to the live stream of National Esports Championship 2022 that is brought to you in by Esports Federation of India. The qualifiers to select the Indian team for the 14th Esports Championship of International Esports Federation or IESF, it's as it's known, which is to be held in Bali this year from 27 November to 7 December. So यहाँ पे ladies and gentlemen, WEC का price pool है, it's going to be really massive at 500 grand USD or approximately 4 crore Indian rupee. And NESC is being played in a double elimination format. And yep, as always it is, I'd like to give shout out to our partners, that is multiplex partner Inox, communication partner Art Smith, and streaming partner Joe Gaming for supporting the cause of Indian esports.
Absolutely. I mean, it is a really happening event. And touching that topic, the Dota team comprising of veteran athletes like Mojin, Ajaz, Krish, Abhishek, Ketan, and Darshan, which qualified for the 2022 Asian Games, will be part of Team India for 14th World Esports Championships. The Indian contingent, selected based on their performance in the NESC 2022, will take part in the World Esports Championships regional qualifiers, for which dates will be announced soon by the IESF. Now, the first game, we have two games going on hand to hand. Taken 7, we had 37 top teams from India who registered for the NESC, including the top stars Hitesh Korwal, winner of last NESC 2022, and Rohit Jain, winner of NESC 2022, and Abhinav Tejan, who is the veteran of Tekken India. So if you like Tekken, do join in the Tekken stream also on the ESFI YT channel to watch the top 8 matches ships.
Indeed, you do well. And talking about the fan favorite and the legacy that has been there in this country with this game, none other than Counter Strike and featuring CSGO, we have had top 16 teams. जहाँ पे जो पिछली बार के winners थे इस पूरे qualify के, that is Wicked Gaming. It is also there yet again with the captain being Ritesh Sarda and the teammates being Rishikesh Shenoy, Anshul Ajay, Adrakar, Shurajit Chakraborty, Harshan, and Ninad Ramesh Sunare. And they, as I mentioned, won the last NESC 2000, the qualifiers for 2021 for the 13 WEC to be held in Elath. And after grueling day one of NESC 2022, we're gonna be having the day two, जहां पे हमारे semis और finals के games होंगे. So, yep, let's see what is in the store for us. The winner bracket finals will be played between Team Wicked Gaming and Team Anno, and the lower bracket finals are going to be between the teams Elo Daketi and Sign, 2 Easy Gaming, Kingpins. So, यहाँ पे जो हमारे semifinals होंगे, it's going to be best of one, and the finals would be BO5 with a winner bracket winner getting a default win for the best of five's first map. And यहाँ पे well, Yuri, I'm really excited to see how it's going to be the matches because we have seen these teams perform in the previous tournaments as well that we have casted. And as as mentioned previously, Wicked Gaming, they won last time and they're competing in again. So, can we expect to see the same grueling performance this time as well from them?
Absolutely. I mean, the stakes are a little bit higher than the last times, and this time, these teams, if they are able to live up to what they have been putting up in the show for us, then they will be going straight to Bali. Bali, a beautiful place. I mean, definitely, if you
Yep.
have the chance, do visit it, and do visit it to support your teams, because definitely the top qualifying teams will be getting a slot in the Bali tournament, and that prize pool, as Ships mentioned, is huge, insane. I mean, absolutely, I would die for that. But to get that, you need to have a really good skill, a really good patience, and a really good teamwork that a lot of teams in this tournament are here to offer to us. And right now, we'll have the first match. between Wicked Gaming and Ano coming up right shortly. All the setups have been done, the map has been decided, and Shipsy is ready. I am ready to give you guys a beautiful show. So if you're still here, make sure you do everything, you do all your basic tasks. Make sure you like the stream, make sure you spread the word because this is a celebration of the Indian gaming industries. This is a celebration of the esports in India ships.
Indeed, and as Yuri said, it's gonna be a show of the skill set on an international level in Bali. So यहाँ पे अलग-अलग nations के people from different countries, in fact, players from different countries would be coming and competing against each other. So it's like the finest from India, let's say, would be competing against finest from, let's say, somebody from Europe. So it's going to be a really big deal. I mean, that is shout out to ESFI as well from Brave for bringing this up, and they have been doing this since a couple of years previously as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the matches and well, Bali तो जाने को मिलेगा ही और इसके साथ साथ you're going to be the national winner. So whichever teams wins this one. So yeah, big shout out to them for ultimately being the top Indian esports performing team right now, UD. And well, I'll just talk a little bit about what else is there in the scene for Dota and Rocket League. So, well, ESFI had also selected 18-member esports team for Asian Games 2022, which for some reason got postponed for Dota 2 and League of Legends, as well as for Street Fighter, Hearthstone, and FIFA. Well, quite a number of titles over there, and it's the first time esports has been included as a medal event in Asian Games. So the last time in Asian Games 2018 esports was just a demonstration event, and ESFI will secure bronze medal in Hearthstone. And I do remember the guy Tirth Mehta. It was all over the news. I'm pretty sure you must have also
Definitely.
heard. I saw that he had a photograph with the same of Gujarat as well, so that was quite an achievement for India, and that too when it was a demonstration event. So now it's going to be in full swing, like a complete dedicated event, as I just mentioned. And also, ESFI is planning to send teams for Dota and Rocket League for the inaugural of Commonwealth Esports Championship, which will be held along with Commonwealth Games at Birmingham from 1st to 8th August 2022. So, if you plan to watch Commonwealth Games, which I think you should take out time and you know incline yourself towards sport activities as well, so you're going to be delighted as esports is also going to be there, and ESFI, as I said, is going to be sending teams for Dota and Rocket League for its inaugural event. So yeah, that is quite a show being put up by ESFI, Esports Federation of India, trying to hold the prestige of Indian esports. So well, I'm really looking forward to who makes it up to the top today and ultimately secures their seat at Bali.
Definitely, securing that seat will be quite important, and I would be looking really forward to that team because it's not that these teams are competing to get the spot. I mean, of course, it's that, but what's more important is that after you get the spot, you somehow drop your actual team name. You take off that hoodie which says
Yeah.
your team name. You dome that hoodie which has the color of our nation's flag. You dome our tricolor. You represent the entire nation, and all the teams that you're fighting against today would be there right behind you to back you up because that is a stage where you are just making proud not just us, not just the Indian gaming community, but the entire nation. And that is a feeling that one just cannot take in so easily. It's a lot to take in, and definitely it will be a proud moment for any of the team that is going forward today. But definitely not only the team which goes forward today, to every single team that is in the tournament who has already been eliminated, who may get eliminated today. It's more important to compete, it's more important to grow the scene, it's more important to make the scene as competitive as it can get, to actually make sure that once we get to the international stage, we are giving our best, we are proving ourselves to be best. So that's I hope that's the take from us casters. And right now, anytime we will be going to our first match. And before that, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that our multiplex partner are none other than Inox, a really, really important theatrical company. I mean, they have so much to offer. And a company like Inox helping hands with ESFI to bring this tournament, to make this tournament possible, speaks for itself that how much every day our esports community, our esports industry is going. And getting a chance at the Commonwealth Games, getting a chance at the Asian Games proves nothing that esports is not just a time pass that many of the old traditional Indian people think. It's a phase. It's a realization that
Indeed.
esports is actually a professional sports format. Any player who is actually a professional in the esports scene is considered an esports athlete for a reason, because he is the best. He is putting those hours in. He is daily, consistently trying to make himself better, and probably in a more competitive state, in a more pressure state. But finally, esports is getting the attention it needed to, and
Absolutely.
we are a part of it. India is going to be a part of it, and definitely high expectations, because India nurtures talent like nobody else. We come in from really hardships. I mean, we know the Indian esports scene, electrical cuts, internet cuts, ping losses, hardware. It's a big struggle to come up to, and even after that, if teams are able to pull it off, if teams are able to come on top, they definitely have a reason to be there. They definitely have an important reason to be proving themselves their ships.
Indeed. And well, talking about the kind of, reception that people would have towards esports after these event, in fact, after events like these, I'm pretty sure that the mindset would change, and also the kind of reputation that players deserve, they would actually get that. मतलब जो कहते हैं ना हम कि यहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं वो एक इज्जत, एक रुतबे की बात आ जाती है कि they used to be like, what are you gonna do by just simply playing those games? So I think this notion has to be changed, and in the minds of especially Indian parents, I should say, I mean, most of them obviously are coming from an era where possibly esports was not a thing, so it's quite hard for them to understand. But again, with guys from ESFI, and also support from Inox, communication partner being Art Smith and Joe Gaming, who is streaming this game. So with tournaments like these, I mean, and also with guys like as I mentioned the names previously, so I'm pretty sure that this support would change the entire mindset, and would actually convey that the players are legit sports person, be it electronic sports UD, because obviously the amount of hours that they put in, the strategies that they make, and well, I'm pretty sure that we have also played these games, so we kind of have that sort of mindset as well, that what it takes to go further in the game. So yeah, I'm really looking forward that what is going to happen after this tournament, and if our Indian team eventually wins at Bali, so that would be like the news all around the India as well.
Definitely. And I think we're all set. The first map is going to be at the Mirage itself ships. It's a best of one, so no best of three. This is the do or die situation. This is your decider right off the start ship. So Mirage, once again, a beautiful map. And to all the people who are very new into the game, you may see the players having a really, really weird name, and nothing to be afraid of. Formally, it's called an IGN. IGN stands for in-game
Yeah.
name. That is a game name that you give to yourself. I mean, when you're born, you are assigned a name. Probably not to your liking. Probably you love it a lot. Like I love my name. It's Upahar, and
And
definitely the
that's why
most
you
unique
have
name.
your
Yeah, but regardless, having an IGN allows yourself to write a name for yourself, to give yourself the name that suits your personality. And this is what is really an important aspect in the gaming community. So if you see a really weird names popping up today on the screen, it's probably just the name that they've decided to go with, Chips.
Indeed, well, it is something. Well, you're born inside the game, so the name
Right.
with which you're born with, it's in the external world, and possibly in the virtual world. You're having your entire character, your entire persona, and so well, you do require an in-game name. And I was actually giving some thoughts on this, UD, as to why it's such a big deal for players out there, because obviously, I was grinding at one point of time, and we have played those matches. So, when the casters, or let's say when your name goes on that MVP list, it's a different level of satisfaction that you get. And so that's why sometimes people do become a bit choosy when it comes to figuring out their IGN. And it was the case with me as well. So, yeah, at one point of time, I had this IGN called Oxygen. And the reason behind that was, so that if there's a clutch happening, then possibly the casters or the players would be like, they got their breaths back again in the game. And I do remember one of the remarks from a player, and it was just like a random game that I queued in, and he was like, "ये मेरे सांस में सांस आ गई तुम्हारा gameplay देख के." I got that life. So that was a very satisfying feeling, and I'm pretty sure that this time as well, as we are seeing the names on the screen, and as UD mentioned, so sometimes it can be peculiar, sometimes it can be just chill, or it is actually something that players are really looking forward to get their spot on that MVP list. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's just dive right into our game because हमारे सामने यहाँ पे players warm up कर रहे हैं and थोड़ी देर में आपकी screens पे CSGO का घमासान action चालू हो जाएगा. So make sure to share the stream as much as you can with your friends, family, and obviously CSGO enthusiasts, so that for the ones who've kind of lost touch with the game, it is something to just refresh themselves with UT.
Definitely. So, Ships, are you ready? Are we ready to jump in? And ladies and gentlemen, we are in ESFI first map. Arno going on against Wicked Gaming. And the first round, without any ado, is already going in. And that would be the knife round, ladies and gentlemen. So it is a customary round where people will just go in with their melee weapons. The team winning will decide which side they will go and choose first. Now, to all the new people who are wondering what the sides are about, there are two sides: counter terrorist and terrorist. The terrorists have the duty of either eliminating the other team or planting a C4 to a particular side A or B. But with that, I think Wicked Gaming has gone ahead and ships. Any guesses which side they will choose to pick?
I think they're gonna go for stay, and yep, they are indeed going up for the stay. And well, it's not a guess to be pretty honest. Well, I was making a guess, but I actually saw on my screen, so just kidding. That, but nevertheless, so yeah, it is a stay coming in from Wicked Gaming at this point of time, and let's see how it pans out for them. And as far as I can see on my screen, Team Anno, they've got one Deagle and decent amount of utility to work along with onto AR-7, two flashbangs, and a smoke. And when it comes to Wicked Gaming, well, they are only relying on one kit and that too on defaulter. Let's see how it pans out because यहाँ पे match हो चुका है pause for some reason, and maybe some more strategies going into the game because obviously this is like a really really prestigious thing for them if they are able to ultimately make it to the finals and win that one and secure a seat to Bali. So yeah, maybe some yeah, let's just hope that it's not a gruesome and lengthy tech pause that we have seen in a lot of tournaments, UD.
Yep, definitely. I mean, tech poses are the only thing that we as casters hate. But talking about that, I think an unpause request has been put up. And good luck, have fun in the chat. Best wishes to the each other are already coming in. This is the beauty of the Indian esports, ladies and gentlemen. They know that they have to fight against each other with everything they have got. But wishes just go for each other. And because at the end of the day, they are all a part of the same community. They all represent the same community. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, a good setup coming in right now. A side is only going to be defended by Defaulter. Defaulter, once again, a really prime person of the entire CSGO community. And all the 10 players that you're seeing here today, ladies and gentlemen, are not just really new players, are not just absolute underdogs. They have been representing the scene the entire time, and right now fired up, already taking a lot of damage right off the start, has been put down to 31 HP, and that is going to be a bit of a problem. And right now, the bomb and the entire squad is now making their way towards the A side, and Team Ano is ready to go in towards the A side. The smoke will be put up in a beautiful throw, and right now the stairs angle will be perfectly smoked off. And right now, fired up is waiting with 31 HP. Will
Oh,
get a perfect tap on Cyclone. Cyclone getting eliminated right off the start. The first person to go down in the broadcast today. And right now, the team support is coming in right now. That sniper's nest will be contested, but fired up on 31 HP. Getting two will be put down a little bit more, but this guy, absolute madman, we have seen him before, but
oh,
no, champ is here to give them back with everything. AR7 will now catch. Crazy Gamer off guard will put him down to half HP, but not enough to take him down. Still 3v4 situation. Make it a 2v3, 2v4, and make it a 1v4 situation. Almost impossible, but he still gets one, but that will be
oh.
enough. First round going into the favor of Team Wicked Gaming. Fired up getting three on his own account. And Team Ano not off to a great start, but this will be. Oh my god, did Fired Up just pull out an AWP ships?
Yep, he is indeed going for an AWP. Seems like he's really fired up, living up to his name as we were
Living up to his
talking
name,
about
yeah.
it. Yeah, and well, yeah, so actually, it was not a 3K, but rather 4K that he got, and maybe that's why he pulled it off. He got the AWP in the next round at 7. Let's see how it's gonna pan out right now. Well, a shot connecting onto AR7, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the teammates might have got bit shocked from that because I did actually see the POV of fired up, and the teammates which were behind AR7, they were like, man, what just happened at that instant? But nevertheless, getting back into the round, so Defaulter right now is holding off the connected area. Hattigod's gonna smoke off Sniper's Nest at the point of time, and well, the C4 is still down on to high mid and towards the D area. Well, let's see if Duke is gonna pick that up. Well, yes, certainly he does that, and we'll toss it again to B apps for some reason. Maybe it would be recovered by Cyclone F. And right now, Default is holding Sniper's Nest. And well, in the previous round, Yuri just giving a bit of gist of that. And I think what could have been done is to actually look for some close range fights, and let's see if this is going to be the case right now, because the player who's playing in connector post plant, well, a shot going on to Defaulter right now, he could have actually held on to the angle for a bit because he was having a block, and block is not as powerful as it is in the close ranges in comparison to the long ones right now. And I think that the advantage of the range is being held with Wicked Gaming, them getting shots with their
Oh,
M4s, but Duke giving a tight response to that, and kill switch well again, utilizing close range advantage of MP9. Finishes the round along with Crazy Gamer, and with that said, picking up safely, picking in another one. And well, I'm glad that this AWPUD is secured, because we have seen a lot of times that such investments like AWPs, or let's say AKs in the second round itself, they are quite likely to falter back, and that weapon may get into the hands of your opponent.
absolutely. It's a very, very risky weapon to go ahead with. Regardless, 2-0, and right now Ano will be going in perfect, complete eco. And eco, ladies and gentlemen, to just put it out there, is a round where you just do not buy anything so that in the upcoming rounds you'll have a better economy, better arsenal to go with. So you just give away one of your rounds trying to put down as much damage as you can. So that upcoming rounds you can
Ooh,
do a lot of damage, but a smoke shot coming in from fired up, and fired up, as we've already mentioned, is quite fired up today. And I mean, definitely this is not just a test of how good you are, this is a test of your friendship, this is a test of all the years that you've put in. And definitely a lot of these players would be remembering the first time they played CSGO today, because today they are proving every single skill that they have learned right from the scratch. Right now, default Megiels, everybody denying every single hit.
ooh,
Stream! My god, fired up. A wall bang coming in from Cyclone in a optimal eco round. Not a lot of damage, but right now is what matters the most, Shipsy. Pies
indeed.
coming in, and AWP coming in from Hattie God. Yes, I said AWP, nothing else. Ships don't need to laugh. And three AK-47s, one Galil, and a lot of utility to go ahead with. And they will be fighting against with a similar economy, but it is all upon how they will put down. It's all upon the factor of the strategy. It's all upon the factor of how they will be picking up the enemies, because it's quite essential, it's quite important to take the man advantage right off the start. Only then you'll be able to do something of more significance. And right now, Champ, AR7 just holding it out towards the top mid. They want someone to be a little egoistic and push up right ahead that they shouldn't. Right now, I don't think Wicked Gaming is gonna make any kind of mistake similar to that. They are all steady, they are all very patient, very disciplined, and they are coming in with a clear mindset. The bomb will be acquired and it will be making its way towards the mid.
Oh,
Further getting that head. Will he get the second one? He might not, and he will be gunned down by Cham. A brilliant kill coming in from Chap, a quite an essential one, because the AWP needed to go,
ooh.
and it has left. Defaulter will be making a mistake, and he will be regretting it, and he will be waiting it out for this round. But Crazy Gamer will not make that same mistake. Gets two back to back, but I don't think he has the call of Cyclone.
Oh,
And Cyclone will utilize that kill, so it's the only one. Got one towards Hearty God, but Cyclone playing that really crucial play. I mean, he didn't go out recognized by anyone, and because of his quite sneaky play. He was able to pull it off, and a good route coming in from Ano. And Ano, right off the start, is trying to put in a great deal of damage, a great deal of dominance over the map. But still, Wicked Gaming is leading, and they have the Arsenal chips.
Indeed, and well, that is the first round coming in for Team Ano at this point of time, and I must say the trade potential that was being held by them in that round, it actually proved really worthy for them. Well, talking about it right now, Kill Switch picks up 2 kills, one onto AR7 and another one onto Duke, and well, Cyclone F right now gets one onto McGill's, and well, the C4 seems to taken a step back towards the underpass area, it seems. And look at that, defaulter right now is in the kitchen area trying to gather some sort of information. I don't think he'll be spotting anyone coming towards him. Rather, if we take a look through the POV of Kill Switch, the guy is single-handedly holding off B side right now. Would switch towards the connector, it seems. Well, he's looking back and forth towards B apps, suspecting anyone might come through apps area. And if we talk about Team Anu right now, well, they are in a mood to just stack up and rather hold the angles as the C4 goes down. But would Champ be expecting anybody towards the palace? Well, he molotoved it off, certainly. But as I can see right now, Hattie God is into the connected area. The scope sound, I'm not sure anyone would have heard it because it does not go up until like CD spawn. But Cyclone F, he has a lot of information at his disposal. He has heard these rotations coming in. Well, unfortunately, Harry God won't be able to get a kill. Champ gets one onto fired up, and there we go. The camaraderie being reflected, but would that be enough from Team Anno? The span of time, let's see. Well, no, it's not going to be the case, and Champ picks. In fact, Champ would be picked up by Kill Switch, and Wicked Gaming securing another round for themselves. I think, you know, towards B short, if they could have actually contested, Cyclone F got that kill, so that would have been a good strat. But rather, when they decided to fall back and just maneuver towards A side, I think that wasn't a pretty good decision, UD.
I mean, definitely some wrong decisions definitely coming in from Mano. I mean, right now they are playing it quite really slow. I haven't seen that actual aggression from Team Mano yet. I mean, we've seen Team Mano a lot of times before as well, and they are a really aggressive team, and they do prove their game with their aim more than utility, of course. But right now, I don't see that happening a lot. And right now, Wicked Gaming may have suppressed them, may have not let them actually open up towards their gameplay style. So that could be a reason. Regardless, 4-1, and right now a timeout was taken away from Wicked Gaming because talking about the phases of the map, they have completed the first phase, that is the starting, quite gracefully. Having a lead right off the start is quite important, and right now and Arsenal not so great coming in from Team Ano. Three needs one Mac 10 jumping into the side. AR7 McGill throws, but McGill will be caught
Oh,
off guard. He will do a flip and die. Water is here to try to put down some to control some damage. But look at that. The entire team is not even present at the B side. They have all gone towards A. Two people are still going to guard it with everything they have. Crazy Gamer is right here, but I don't think Crazy Gamer is spotted yet. He is holding a really good angle. AR7 on the other hand is playing a perfect Frank role. In here, fired up. Will get one from the P90. Crazy
uh,
Gamer just spraying down two of them. Crazy Gamer holding that good angle, but Champ will eliminate fired up with the he grenade. A perfect conclusion coming in from the first fight. Yeah, but oh
oh.
my god, Champ living up to his name, fighting like a champion, fighting like a warrior. What a great presence of mind coming in from you. I mean, it was quite understandable, quite predictable, but connecting those shots through without even having a visual line confirmation is quite commendable. But right now, the situations are tougher because it's a 2v2. Champ's head has been spotted out. Defaulter will put down 47 HP. Shots coming back, but not enough ammo to conclude that kill. 12 HP still alive, and if he's still alive, it can do a lot. Kill switch. I don't think his location has been given away yet. I am not sure, but he is holding a very important angle. He may just eliminate Champ before he can even know it. AR7 still has no clue. Volter also will go down. Kill switch is still here again. He will take down AR7. 1v1 situation, 5 seconds to go, and I don't think anywhere from this bomb will plant.
uh,
And it will not. And Kill switch just running away to his safety. 4-1. And so much trouble for Arno. The 5 to 1, pardon me. They weren't able to plant, hence they aren't getting a lot of the money. And they did lose out the rest of the economy that they had. And right now, they'll just be going in for a Nico or a force buy. Yep, a force buy coming in, chips.
Indeed, well, they are gonna go for force, but I think in the previous round it was quite a chaotic situation for Team Manu. In fact, as well as for both the teams. But Champ, he possibly did not recognize that fire that happened from Palace, because indeed it was from an M4A1. So obviously that silencer was effective, but that tracer, that shot hitting, the surface of the wall, I'm pretty sure that impact would have led to a sound which was probably not considered or ignored by Champ. Well, let's see if he is a bit careful about such things in this round. And as far as I can see with the positionings of the players, so AR7, well, he's holding off any sort of aggression that might come from connectors. Well, in fact, he is contesting for that angle, pardon me, and rather the player present that is fired up. He was actually holding off that angle previously from Team Wicket Gaming, and Crazy Gamer, it seems, well, he might just get a kill onto Yasevil. He can actually pick another one. A good shot onto Hattie God, but he just switched his perspective right away. And right now, Cyclone F might come face to face with Crazy Gamer, it seems. Let's see how it's gonna pan out for him. Well, that M4A1, the update that came in UD, I'm pretty sure that it won't be a quite likely a choice, because I'm already seeing M4A4s being pulled off in the game, because earlier it was like M4A1s all over, no sign of M4A1. And well, with that said, with that A4, McGills gets a kill, but Cyclone F gets a trade onto him, and whoa, he picks another one from Tech 9, and just a couple of seconds remaining, and kind of a similar situation just like the last round is all onto Hattie God, which won't be a promising one at this point of time, as Defaulter gets a kill onto him. And talking about the setups again, UD, I feel that Team Anu is a bit confused at this point of time. Probably, not able to get the grasp of the game. I mean, still the game is pending. There are a lot of rounds to be played, but I certainly think that a bit of an increase can be done on the overall reads from them.
Definitely reads are required, but I think they are lacking on their arsenal a lot. I mean, most of the rounds it's either just force buys or something like that, and when they do have a good arsenal, they just play a really different game. They like try to go all mid or something. I mean, they did win one round, but not enough. And once again, they will go in a complete eco round, and I think the round right afterwards should able to do a lot, because right now the lead is quite huge. 6 to 1, it's not an easy lead to come up with, because right now Wicked Gaming has the confidence, has the mindset, and that is really, really positive. And kill switch. Um,
Missing
missing
that
of that neat angle, but right now everybody has barged in towards the mid, and right now Champ will get one fired up. On the other hand, will barge in some bullets, and he will receive some fight back. But right now it's hard for Team Ano. Crazy Gamer coming in, taking away Duke, and right now
Oh,
Cyclone. Oh, good shot coming into a Crazy Gamer. And damage is being done, and an eco round turning up quite great. Fired up is still present. And he knows that someone is lurking around him. They will now escape towards the mid angle, and they are all holding it out, just holding it. And right now, if I'm not wrong, Champ is all the way running towards the B side, because right now at the B side we have Hardy, who is here. And right now, Champ has gotten himself the M4. He will give it away to Hattie, because he has more HP and he has more chance to utilize it. Kill switch still here. He will get one. He could have gotten the second one, but only 50% of HP. McGill will spot that one, and McGill will single tap Hattie out of the round. 7 to 1 chips.
indeed. And I think Wicked Gaming, they have kind of predicted what sort of gameplay is going on with Team Anu, because the way they change their positioning and the way they kind of hold on to the angles, it actually seems that they have understood what is brewing up with Team Ano. But let's see if Team Ano is actually able to realize this and do something different, or probably just coordinate a little bit. Well, Hattie got picks a one on to be apps, and that may signal that they have actually figured out what sort of changes to make in their play style right now, because that kill early on, Yuri, I think it's quite good for Team Anno, because up until now, I mean, it was just like one or two rounds where they got the entry kill. Rest, it was just all coming in from Wicked Gaming, or even if they got an entry kill, it was an instant trade coming in for Wicked Gaming. But let's see how it's going to pan out right now, because Team Arno is again moving towards A side. It seems well fired up, well picks up a kill onto Duke, and Cyclone F gets one onto Crazy Gamer. The entire main has been molotoved off, or rather incendiary grenades coming in from Wicked Gaming as a counter, and look at that. Cyclone F, meanwhile, giving backup to rest of his teammates, fired up, holding off the connectors angle, watching towards Palace, or rather switching his perspective back and forth between two angles, and well, that actually cost him his life, and AR7 is still onto him. Champ picks up one onto the Falter, and trades happening, and finally, Team Anno securing a round after quite a while, Udin. I think this would kind of give a sight of relief, if not an entire, you know, what do you call it, a breathing motion where you are like, okay, we are finally in the safe spot, because they have got a lot to do even as point of time. But yeah, that would be kind of like a push factor that would help them in subsequent rounds.
Definitely, and right, Wicked Gaming has been forced to into committing an eco round, and they were trying to gamble it towards the A side, but right now the entire team is putting it out. They are still not risking it out, and they are taking it really slow, and that's really commendable coming in from Ano. They know that their opponents are putting up an eco round, but they still don't want to risk it. They want to play it with the entire time they have in their hands, and right now the A side hold might just cause a lot of trouble because the bomb is still lurking around the B side, is still waiting around the B side, and definitely two people, that is Hathi and AR7, are making their way towards B side. And no, wait, pardon me, AR7 is coming all the way towards the connect, and he will spot one, and he will not be able to connect those shots, and he will escape before he loses more damage. And right now, this is going to be a problem. He sees that head. He
Oh,
will tap that head. The off already leaves the game. Duke receives a headshot all the way down to 12 HP, but he will take it down. And the eco round has been quite eventful so far. 3 people to go against 4 people. One of them is 12 HP. Still quite doable. Not doable. We'll just have to see, because we have one Twice 7. We have one Deagle. We have one USP. Time is running out of hand. Crazy Gamer is trying to lurk up, come towards the apartments, but AR7 is guarding it with an AK-47 quite hard. Time is taking up. Tide is closing out as fast as it could, and right now, if I'm not wrong, McGills and Fired Up are going to save this for chips.
yep, they are indeed going for a save, and so might be the case with Crazy Gamer, but he is in a
Ooh.
mood of getting those exit frags right there. He gets one, but ultimately he'll be taken off, and with that said, Anu picking up another round. Well, I must say, Yudi, the player who was present towards the van area, it was quite a good move being pulled off by him. I mean, he was actually trying to get another kill, but I think he just played his part in a good fashion from Wicked Gaming. It was, and those stings were quite satisfying from that CZ, I should say, whatever the case might be. But nevertheless, coming back into the game, 7-3 is the score line at this point of time, and well, 4 point lead still being there with Wicked Gaming, and right now, as I can see, Hattie Gore holding off the connectors area with AWP along with his buddy. And meanwhile, Cyclone Neff and the entire team is going to go towards a site, it seems, which is being held by 3 players at this point of time from Wicked Gaming. And well, look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah, 7 does spot one that is
Oh.
fired up. He gets a kill onto Crazy Gamer, and well, McGills is charging on towards mid and gets a
Oh.
lovely shot onto Cyclone F. Well, I think he could have been careful on that, because the Deeks from Wicked Gaming, I've seen them play previously, and they are usually on point, and especially in such situations where they, have the lead and can sometimes be a bit confident and just push up a particular angle, just as we saw in this
Oh
one.
no.
And the
Oh.
taser comes in, and a sort of a, demonstration, just like from any other action flick being done by Fired Up, but that won't be enough at this point of time. because Ano, well, they are holding off Palace and Amin, and they are not in mood to give any sort of advantage to their opponents
Oh,
whatsoever. Just as I say, that champ picks up a kill onto McGill's defaulter, just left on 2 HP, and obviously they can't do much at this point of time, due to because they've got P250 and USP to work along with, and I think so it would be a
oh,
round done for Wicked
oh,
Gaming, and Arno slowly and gradually coming back into the game, and a momentum of 3 rounds, I should say. Well, let's see if it's going to be converted into the momentum for the fourth round as well, which obviously I would like to see because, as always, our spirits are with both the teams. But let's see how it plays out for Team Mano.
definitely. It will be quite important to see because right now Ano is opening up their hands. Right now they had been suppressed by Wicked Gaming a lot, but right now they are once again turning back their aggressive gameplay right into bad field, and right now AR7 will suffer a little fire coming in right now. AR7 is such a strong warrior. He does not stop, was flashed, but he has his aim right on the head. Will get confirmed 2 kills and will give a big blow to Wicked Gaming right off the start. And I mean, you still have more than 1 minute 20 seconds remaining, and 2 of the players have already left the round. 3 people to go with. AR7 definitely round 4 HP, and Cyclone already dead. 7 to 4. It's going to be a really fun round to see because right now all the test will be of the strategies put down. Because on the other hand, if we look at Duke, he's still holding it out towards the apartments angle. He wants no lurks coming in. Right now, Crazy Gamer, like his position, has been holding it right off the start and will continue to do so because he knows that Team Ano loves coming towards the A side and they might just do it right over again. The nades, the utilities coming in. Fight up, your beta will be spotted
Oh,
out. He will be the one missing it, and AR7 capitalizing on that will be taking him away. And right now, Champ messing up that flash, but still manages to utilize. But Crazy Gamer is still present in the side. He is not making any noise chips. This is going to
oh,
be
oh, oh,
a big problem right from the start. The bomber goes down. And right now he's trying to find more. Champ knows that he needs to take him out as soon as he can. Kill switch coming in for the support towards the CT side. He knows that 2 players, or at least one, is present towards the connector. And right now the taps coming in could have actually connected, and this is going to be a lot of problem for both the teams right here. Because right now smoke diffuse might just come in. And right now no molotovs with my sir to any problem. But right now one kill, one right there.
oh.
Very good. Getting the better of it. What a great back fight coming in back and forth. Killswitch did manage to get one, but he instantly got finished off right now. But he did a lot of damage, towards which his last remaining teammate was able to capitalize. But in a 1v1, Hattie got the upper hand of it. A brilliant gameplay coming in from Ano. A brilliant attempt coming in from Wicked Gaming, but Ano getting the positivity of that momentum. 7 to 5, the huge lead of 6 to 1 is now almost coming to an end, and Ano just climbing up the ranks. And Shibs, a timeout coming in from Ano. What do you think they are talking about right now?
Well, possibly what could have gone wrong here and there, because ultimately they did get the round. But I just wonder, Yudi, what if the C4 was not planted and the planter, was taken down just as the C4 was about to go down, because that would have actually kind of given an upper edge to Team Wicked Gaming, because C4 wouldn't have gone down and they could have just changed their positions and then held the C4 off. Just like we saw in previous rounds where Team Ano ran out of time. But, well, I think that would have been the purpose of this timeout, because no doubt they're having that momentum, but still, it is a sign of a good team that even if things are going good, you just want to be absolutely sure about the things to be held in future to go in your favor. And with that said, Champ picks up a kill onto Crazy Gamer. Meanwhile, rest of his teammates are going to go towards the apps, it seems, and in fact towards underpass and high mid. And talking about the setups right now, well, Wicked Gaming, they look shattered already. In the previous one, they were on a full buy, so this time they're going to go for an eco because the economy is not building up for them. And with that said, it seems like a B take would come in from Team Anno at this point of time because just a player. Well, Defaulter is also there on to B shot, but I think he'll be. Well, he could have actually been traded off, but no, it was the AWP with Hattie God which actually led him to fall back. And with that said, Defaulter has got hold of that AK
Oh
and
no.
McGill's picking up a kill onto Champ. And well, Team Anno, it seems like they are kind of falling one by one, but a change of plans happening at this point of time as they make a move towards A site right now, and we might see a smoke to go towards CT area. It seems well, a player is already present towards the triple, and well, it seems like those shots are actually gonna be really, really gruesome for Team Anno at
Oh
this point
no.
of time. And well, yet again, the case is there with us where Team Anno ran out of time, and history, I should say, repeats itself, Yuri, in this game itself.
Thrice. Shibzi, thrice. I have never seen people losing not because of the advantage, but because of time thrice in a game. And that is going to be hurtful for Ano because not only did they lose because of time, they lost to an eco round. And that is the worst thing that can happen to you in a competitive scene like this. 8 to 5, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching ESFI qualifiers. Right now, this is the winner brackets semifinals, if I'm not wrong.
Yep.
And they, of course, have the upper hand advantage, but right now they do not want to lose this at all. They want to go and secure that final grand final spot right after this match. And they don't have a lot to go with. Only one map of Mirage. No best of threes, nothing, just one decider map. And right now, Wicked Gaming, although suffering a lot since the past few rounds, still have that brilliant game sense coming in. And right now, a problem might just have been caused because AR7 is in the side. He is stuck in a siege. And if I'm not wrong, it did kill switch just climb all the way to the apartments and ignore AR7. In that case, AR7 could make this mistake his best bet yet, and
Oh,
he will get one, and Jam will get kill switched. Ton of events, the change of tables happening in quiet fragments is the beauty of this game, ladies and gentlemen. AR7 unstoppable. This guy, absolute mad lad. Two probable, sorry, 1v4 situation. Make it a 1v3. Default is still not giving up. And right now, Cyclops is playing it as safe as good. One guy present all the way towards the A side. He is running. He is running to save his teammate. And right now, Hattigod is present here. And right now, some ball back coming in, only taking away 4 of his HP. Hattigod needs to get Porter right off there. Because right now, he is fighting against 3 people. He receives a headshot, 24 HP down. Right now, Porter making everything hard as hard as he could, but not enough to gun down the remaining 3 players. And Ano, a mistake turned into a golden opportunity, getting the 6th round for themselves. And right now, the last round coming in before both of the teams switch sides. And 8 to 6, will Ano be able to make this an 8 to 7, or Wicked Gaming will make it a classic 9 to 6, Shipsy?
well, a timeout has been called off by Wicked Gaming, so let's see in which fashion this round would play off. Well, just talking a bit about the previous round, Yuri. It seemed like no offense to any of the teams whatsoever, but it seemed that Wicked Gaming for a second became Team Ano just for that particular round. Because the kind of chaos that we saw. I mean, I didn't actually expect that one of the players would sneak in towards B side from all the way from apps, but it did actually happen. And the sort of a fake that was being set up by Team Ano, I don't think Team Ano was actually in a mood for fake because all the players who were there towards A side, but rather a B fake was being contested by them. But somehow the round played out in such a manner that it was a full B execution coming in from Team Ano. Let's see if it's going to be 8 to 7 as you just mentioned. And you asked me, well, I think so. It can be 8 to 7. But in order for that to happen, Team Ano would have to just stay true to a particular angle that they plan to contest, because if they again go a bit haywire, then I'm pretty sure Wicked Gaming won't lose an opportunity to capitalize upon it. And it seems right now they are in a mood to contest towards A side with the C4. It is dropped, and as far as the remaining two players of Team Anu are concerned, one of them is present towards underpass, it seems, and the other one is rotating all the way from T-spawn. And well, just in time, Cyclone F gets taken down by Crazy Gamer, and AK is also, and AK has been recovered by the player of Wicked Gaming. And with that said, Hattie God would take a step back and may go towards B side, it seems, where he might be welcomed by Kill Switch and the other teammate, that is McGills. And talking about the player onto A side, the one who is coming in from A main, Duke, well, he gets a kill onto default, but this time Wicked Gaming would be careful and they won't blow their guards off onto B side. They would be firm in their positions. And talking about Duke right now, well, he is holding off any sort of aggression or push that might come in from Palace or a main. Well, there we go. Crazy Gamer single-handedly taking down the remaining players of Anno. And well, as I said previously, Anno, they would have to stay true to a particular angle. That split would not be working for them, and eventually that was the case, UD. And with that said, the first half is over, ladies and gentlemen, and we move into the second one of this winners bracket semi-finals that is being brought to you in by ESFI, and with the broadcast, in fact, multiplex partner being Inox, and the broadcast source streaming partner Joe Gaming, along with communication partner Art Smith. So, well, let's move into the second half, UD, and I think so. Team Ano may actually close this 3 point lead, because I've seen them play, and when it comes to CT side, they are a bit firm on their positioning, rather than what they displayed onto CT as a T.
Yep. I mean, definitely. It's well, at the end of the ships, it's more important how these teams are playing at the moment. Right now, we know they have a big, great portfolio with themselves, and right now, we have seen them playing good in this game itself. But at the end of the day, it's all about breaking the momentum of the opposite team. And right now, Wicked Gaming, if we like break down their defensive style, because right now they will be attacking, so it's probably a right time to break it down, because first they have this barrier, a big defense, a big setup that you need to break through. After you've gotten through that, there's a 15 to 20 seconds of vulnerability before Wicked Gaming is able to, regroup and then once again put down that same defense. So if that 15 to 20 seconds is exploited well, only then Team Anu was able to pull off those rounds, and they did. And Cham most of the time took the opportunity to actually gun down, because his aim today is on point and quite impressed. On the other hand, if that is not the case, AR7 needs to pull off those cheeky moves. And the round 2 rounds ago, like when he sneaked out to B, he got one kill confirmed, and then before dying he was able to take down two more on an eco round itself. Those are the ways you're able to pull off rounds against Wicked Gaming. Wicked Gaming, on the other hand, does some quite blunders. Blunders might be a heavy word, but it is what it is. And then they actually suffer a lot of damage for it. So if 6 rounds are given away, it is only because of blunders, because their aim is on point, their strategies are point, their teamwork is on point, everything is working well. Only if the few mistakes are fixed upon, they can actually stop Arno from putting down any damage to them. But regardless, right now the situation is quite different. You're watching National Esports Championship 2022 NESC, powered by ESFI, that qualified teams from India will represent India in the 14th World Esports Championships of International Esports Federation IESF. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be held in Bali this year from 27 November to 7 December. And the prize pool, ladies and gentlemen, as Shubji mentioned, is an exhilarating $500,000, roughly around 4 crores rupees. So, I mean, the classic Indian dialogue from Amitabh Bachchan, 8 crore is now quadrupled to
Yeah.
4 crores. So, yeah, just by playing a good game of esports, you are probably earning more than how to become a millionaire. Oh. Who wants to be a millionaire? So regardless, pretty excited for all the teams right here. We are not gonna talk about TDS at all, chips, but here we go. 16 round coming in. 9 to 6, ladies and gentlemen. Wicked Gaming are having the upper hand right here, but now they will be taking the charge of the terrorist site. They will be now attacking and breaking down the defenses of Anu. Anu, once again, a really good team, always plays by the book. So let's see if the textbook style of this gameplay will be able to stop Wicked Gaming, because right now Wicked Gaming loves pressing that W key. They, whenever they're attacking, they just replace the keyboard with a keyboard that only has one key called the W key, and right now
W.
they will be going in with that. 13 HP down, and Cyclone will be deleted with Fired Up
Oh,
just rotating out with 180, and AR7 will be able to take down Fired Up, but two people already down, causing a lot of damage right now. McGill's will be able to put down Hatticott to 40% HP, and he will be eliminated by Crazy Gamer right. Crazy Gamer anticipate champ coming in from short. Let's see who will be the winner of this short fight, because right now AR7 might just get taken away by default, and he will champ all the way to 7 HP, but he will be able to take away Crazy Gamer all the way down to 7 HP. 3-1 situation. Champ is taking it slow, but he knows no point because the clock is ticking away. He doesn't have anything else to pull with, but he
oh,
will pull off another kill. 2v1 situation. He has everything in hand. He has everything in line, but not enough to pull this round in their favor. And Wicked Gaming takes 8 to 6. And Champ also going down with the bomb exploding ships.
indeed. And I think you rightly say that is just a W gaming thingy happening from them in the pistol rounds. I mean, we have casted their names previously, and it is quite likely a start coming in from Wicked Gaming, unless and until they are short of a lead, which is not the case in this game, at least, because, as you said, they are really pumped up and they simply want to carry their game forward in a similar fashion with W gaming happening. But talking about this round, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how it pans out, because Wicked Gaming, they do know when to switch their moves and to have that approach of a dynamic gameplay, because they have taken quite a passive approach at this point of time, not just simply throwing off nades at a particular site and pushing it all up, and rather they are going a bit slow and checking each and every angle. Well, they would be in a mood of a they would be, in fact, getting a surprise out of the Falcon team. Ano, the players of which are stacked up in the city area, and right off the bat, a complete slaughterhouse being set up with Wicked Gaming easily closing off the round for them. And with that said, we move into the next one. And well, that was quite a show being put up by Team Ano, at least when it comes to the viewers' perspective. Because we saw, I mean, we couldn't see from their POV, but what we were able to make out that they were all stacked up, and in fact, they got the boost as well right towards the city area. And so we're playing an eco round, and with that said, we are moving into the next one where we would see a push happening, and ultimately Cyclone would take Crazy Gamer down. Hatcott picks up a kill on Fired Up. Ano being a bit aggressive in this round, but let's see if these two players would be taken off by the ones who are coming from P-Shot. That is from Team Wicked Gaming. Well, Kill Switch gets one onto Cyclone F. He might get another one onto the guy present in the underpass. Let's see how it plays out for Team Hano, because although they've got the upper edge, but if that kill is confirmed onto the player who is present in the underpass, that would be a bit difficult scenario for Team Anu then, because they won't have anyone to guard off that angle. And well, right in time, as I said, AR7 gets taken down, and although there is one player present onto B side, but would that be enough to actually stop the heavy push coming in from Wicked Gaming from two angles? That is, one is from B shot and the other one coming from B apps. Well, Hatticott picks up a kill onto Defaulter. McGills gets a trade onto him, and right in time, Duke gets a kill onto Kill Switch. And with that said, it's all onto McGills right now, kinda just holding off the B side's angle, and nobody's present although into B side, and he might be able to go for that plant, but Champ is coming all the way from B shot, and he might just spot off McGill's. And let's see how McGill is able to play it. Only 6 seconds remaining on the clock. I think he would be in a mood to go for a save, and Duke is confused at this point of time between two angles. He gets a kill onto Duke, and ultimately, well, Team Ano playing with the time. They get this round secured for themselves. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, Team Ano, it seems like slowly and gradually they are making pace back in the game. Well, it is must because this is a do or die scenario. This is a best of one semi-final. So if they get knocked out, then they would miss their spot and ultimately a seat to Bali UD.
Definitely. I mean, they will do that, and that's going to be terrible. But right now, the previous round, although Wicked Gaming had not gotten quite fruitful results from it, they were able to say, I mean, scavenge an AWP that has been
Yeah.
beautifully given away to Fired Up to man it down, because probably Wicked Gaming's best choice, best person to go for the AWP is none other than Fired Up. And right now, this is going to be a problem. KG Gamer might just be walking to his death, because Duke is here with the MP9 and he will be taken away.
Oh,
He will be destroyed, and Crazy Gamer had no clue of safe peek present here, but Fired Up giving Ano back their own punishments of their own errors. The first man already goes down towards the booth. AR7, an important player, already going down, but right now Duke is still present towards the heaven, and I don't think that is being recognized. They should have been more careful about it, because he already lost a man there, but right now, Fired Up. It will take a perfect shot towards the jungle, but right now he knows that he might just be rushed away by Duke, and Fired Up is the only one alive, and he will be deleted. He will be sprayed down. And a good recovery coming in from Team Ano. An eco round doing not so much of the damage, only 2 players away. But still, an eco round, and Ano will be securing that 8 point in the favor. And right now, the 19th round is also over, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, for the first semi-final of this National Championships of CSGO, it has been quite an amazing, quite an eventful game for us casters to cast, and definitely I'm quite certain for you audience, you supporters to enjoy. I mean, a brilliant show has been put up by both of the team, a brilliant game of CSGO being showed to us, and right now they are just giving their everything. They have been putting down every single strat that they have ever practiced, and right now Arno just aggressively putting down any utility that they have of their arsenal, because right now they know that any moment Wicked Gaming can just decide to go for that W key gaming, and to avoid to counter that W key gaming, they need to W key their utilities. This is what they did. But on the other hand, Wicked Gaming is now taking it really slow. They're just playing some really chilled out music in the background and playing very, very slow, trying to secure the mid and the top mid as slowly as it can. They're just waiting for someone to pop up. They just want to exploit their mistakes. And right now, 30 seconds have passed and no mistakes have been done so far. So that means the bomb will now be secured, and the bomb will now slowly make its way towards one of the side that I'm assuming is going to be B. And if that is the case, then either of these teams are making a huge mistake, and I am not quite sure which one yet, because right now, Cyclone has pushed up all the way. He will be facing 2 players. Either Wicked Gaming is not gonna catch the heat of this at all, or they are already expecting this. Cyclone holding it out towards the left. Left will go a check, and he will be sprayed
oh,
out. And one guy also goes down, but right now, good recovery coming in. The perfect trades coming in, and Ano, before they could even know, have been put down to just 2 players, and right now 2v3 situation coming in, and right now Vic is coming in, making it really secure for the team to go ahead and plant. And right now the 9th player, that is none other than Hardy God, is all the way towards the spawn. He knows that their team has already lost this match. He just wants to save his AWP. He wants to make some difference in the upcoming round, but number 2, McGills, knows him, and he will be a little bit egoistic about it. He wanted to get him out. He wanted to let Arno go into the next round barehanded. But right now, I don't think the remaining 2 players are going to make a similar mistake. They will instead save their own rifles, their own lights, their own Kevlars and armors, because that is the more sensible situation, sensible decision, because the 12th
yeah.
point for Wicked Gaming is now going to be secure chips.
Indeed, and with that said, 12th round comes in the pocket of Wicked Gaming, and that action that happened in B apps, I was able to make out from the expression UD that it was actually really chaotic, but it reflected that Wicked Gaming exactly knew what was in store for them and what possibly could have been the setup. I mean, look at the way that they were checking the angles, and they held on to that kitchen angle as well, even if their guards were blown up by the player who was holding it off at the long range with the AWP. But nevertheless, talking about this round, the smoke gets deployed onto CT area by Hattie God, and meanwhile, Wicked Gaming, they plan to go towards A side, it seems, because I can see all the players are stacked up, and they might also throw in the utilities just in a couple of seconds. And let's see if they're gonna go for a full blown A execute. That is a connector smokes, stair smokes, CT smokes, and a bunch of molotovs here and there. Can be towards triple, can be towards underpass, but it's all about time, and only one player is present. In fact, none is present, but one of them is guarding a side with the AWP, and well, the head gets spotted. And just I was about to say his name, Hattie Godwell. Now I have to read it from the kill feed, and he gets taken off. And with that said, we might see a retake coming in a 4v5 scenario being set up. Would they be expecting anyone to come from all the way towards all the way, in fact, to from A spawn, from T spawn, pardon me. And well, with that said, yes, the predictions have been
Oh my
done,
god.
and back and forth, the shots being connected, and the damage is being inflicted by both the teams onto each other. And with that said, Kill Switch gets the confirmed kill onto Anno Champ and securing another round for themselves, making the score line to 8 to 13. And as we're progressing ahead in the game, this lead is actually increasing, Yuri.
Definitely. I mean, Champ is a really beautiful player. I mean, although we will come to Wicked Gaming in the fight, but Champ, I mean, I know they're suffering right now, but this guy is so brilliant, so good with his aim, so disciplined, and knows when to peek, when not to. Huge respect for Champ, and Champ, if you're revisiting this, big shout out to you. What a brilliant player you are. But regardless, talking about fired up, I mean, as you were mentioning, Hattie God, he just peeked towards the toll booth angle, and probably 3 to 4 pixels were visible of the head, and
Yep.
he just goes Hattie God, who eliminates him right away. 13 to 8, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, things are really, really hard for both the teams right here. 13 to 8. Arno suffering a huge difference. They need to cover up almost 5 rounds to once again getting that fighting advantage. On the other hand, if Wicked Gaming are able to get just 3 more rounds for themselves, it is a wrap up and it is a done deal signed spot towards the grand finals. And right now, this is going to be really hard for both the teams. Probably more harder for Arno because right now they are just going in for an eco round. They don't have anything to go with. No armor, no nothing. One flashbang. That too with AR-7. Right now, Wicked Gaming are loaded with arsenal, loaded with utilities, and they might just be able to commit a very, very safe beast execution because at B there's only one person available, and that too towards the short angle. And it is just a matter of time. The bomb will be acquired. And the only thing that can save Arno right now is a mistake that Wicked Gaming could commit, and I don't
Yep.
think that is going to happen anytime soon at all because regardless it's an eco round, they're playing it at so slow, 50 seconds on the clock, and right now they will be choosing to go towards A, which will be the perfect choice right now because A has been abandoned. I mean, players are running back, players have heard the smokes and the flashes being popped off. They're all at CT, and this will be a head-on fight against the best arsenals in the games versus all the pistols in the game, and let's see who will be the winner of this because right now utilities will be in the favor of Wicked Gaming. The plant will go down, and right now
Oh,
a player tried to peek it, but Fired Up was there to rescue. The rescue mission coming in, and right now a
complete demolition.
brilliant fight coming in. You still was able to get one more in their card, but 14 round. What a brilliant head-on head fight. A great save from Wicked Gaming. They were able to save their bomber without suffering a lot of casualties. And I think this is what we expect from them. And 14 to 8, ladies and gentlemen, and ships, I think we're really close to wrapping this up.
Well, yeah, it can be the case unless and until Team Anu works some wonders or magic because, well, everything is on point with Team Wicked Gaming, be it their strategies or the momentum. Well, right now I think it would be Champ who's going to be on point, getting that shot onto default. But still, I mean, it is a 4v5 situation, and the T's, if they decide to push onto a particular side, then it can still be lethal for Team Anu. But with that said, Dew picks up a kill onto McGill's, and right now AR7 is holding off into the connector area, and Kill Switch might just have a face off against him. Well, he does deploy a Molotov in the sniper nest, and with that said, Champ is holding on to that chair area if anyone comes in. And as far as I can see, somebody is indeed coming in, and both the players have scoped, but obviously having that sort of positional advantage. Champ gets a kill on two fired up, and with that said, AR7 picks a kill onto Kill Switch, and Crazy Gamer meanwhile gets a shot onto AR7, and Hattie God, I think, would be going in for the closing kill, doing the icing on the cake. But no, rather it's going to be completely eaten up. That is a cake by Duke. And he gets the shot onto Crazy Gamer. And with that said, Team Anu, well, still showing that they have their feet firm in the game. And kudos to their spirit for the same, because Wicked Gaming, if they lose this one, then they would be sit, I guess, for one or two rounds. But let's just see what is going to be the case, because for this one, I think Crazy Gamer can go for a buy. Meanwhile, McKills and Kill Switch would have to just settle for a pistol UD.
No, I mean, definitely right now the market, the shopping market for Wicked Gaming is not really happy because they are not turning up with a lot of money for the market, and they just have to walk away with some Glocks in their hand. The other hand fired up has that EWP. I mean, he spent 5,000 bucks on that. He could have gotten an SMG and given away one
Yeah.
more SMG to one of his teammates and play their W key gaming that they quite often do. But still, there must be something up in their minds because Defaulter has a lot of utility, has that AK, and probably he will be taking up charge and getting some weapons for his team. But we'll just have to see what happens right now because Ano, on the other hand, plays really passive. Even if you're able to get one, you're not in that close angle that you'll be able to take away his weapon. So definitely not quite sure what Wicked Gaming is up to. But right now, a slight tech pause will come in, and one of the players from Team Wicked Gaming is just going to reconnect into the game, and let's see what happens next. Let's see what's up with it right now. 14 to 9, 1 point away from entering the match point for Wicked Gaming, and Team Ano still 5 rounds to go to actually match this up. And just in case if this is going towards a 15-15 scenario, which quite possibly it might, there is a big chance because it's Team Anu after all, then definitely OTs are going to be the best things that for us casters, the best fun, the best of the game, the best of the tension, best of the hype comes in the OT itself. So looking forward to that as well. But right now, Mikkels is gonna come back with force, and right now the timer once again will stop clicking after a good refresh. Definitely a refresh comes in, and once
Yep.
again Fired Up will be buying the AWP. He will not be picking anything else. And right now, two AKs to go with, two Glocks, completely naked, nothing else, no Kevlars, no nothing. McGills and kill switch. I mean, probably if you remember, I think it's still in the game, but back in the days of CS 1.6, we used to play a lot of hostage situation
Yep.
where
Yep. Yep.
yeah, and not a lot of people liked it, but I personally, coming from a place where I didn't had a lot of internet, I used to just play a lot of hostage games. I used to feel cool, okay, I used to feel
Yeah.
proud playing all the hostage, but this is what's happening right now. But yeah, they do end up buying some Kevlars, and Killswitch will be having a Tech 9 with a Kevlar plus helm, so they might just put down a lot of damage, but that entirely depends upon how Wicked Gaming is going to enter champ. Oh my god, so aggressive. He is going to be supported by
Oh.
Hattie. Hattie fought it off. Oh my
Oh.
god, Hattie gets eliminated. And this guy, on such a light investment, is able to get so much more. Crazy Gamer will be taken away. Defaulter will be taken away slowly. Wicked Gaming is crumbling down into ashes and embers. I don't know. That round lasted probably 18 to 15 seconds, Ships, if I'm not wrong.
Yep.
That one is going to be quite hurtful for Wicked Gaming, and right now they will be going into a pure eco. Definitely three Deagles coming in, two Glocks coming in, and 14 to 10. And as we were mentioning, it's Team Ano after all. Anything can happen at any moment. 5 rounds definitely sounds very hard and sounds bad for any team, but probably not for Anu. They still have this. They still have it under control. They are not giving up, and oh my god,
Oh.
jab! I mean, there's a reason I am quite fond of this player. This guy knows how to play at what situation. Cyclone will be supporting him right now, right off the start. Once again, two players have been eliminated away, and right now the goal has been taken away by Wicked Gaming. Still, once again, McGill's proving his deagle to be the most worthy of his weapons. I mean, as in the MCU, Thor's most worthy weapon is the Mjolnir, and in CSGO, definitely is none other than the Deagle, the Desert Eagle, to be precise. And
Yep.
Defaulter is waiting for someone to pop in, but Defaulter might just actually get straight down from that 10 angle. Been taken away, but Duke is the one taking Defaulter away. And more bad news for Wicked Gaming coming in right now. Still, McGills is present with 63 HP, one Deagle, but he has to go against 4 people. 40 seconds in the clock, and if he's able to pull down this bomb, then some money is going to be credited into the accounts of Wicked Gaming, and a lot of opportunities will definitely open up for Wicked Gaming in the upcoming round of 26. But right now, McGills is waiting. McGills will be checked. I think he should be checked. Duke coming in. Duke will straight away tap him in the head because McGills was going impatient. He tried to go in. A double barrage coming into the firebox. Right now, the only player alive is fired up, and he will be not taking anyone away. 7 HP trying to running away, and he will actually be kept alive. Regardless, 14 to 11 ships, and this is where we are. AWP once again coming in for the account of fired up. Mm, Good couple of AK-47s. We'll have to see what kill switch ends up deciding with. I think he should also go with the AK. Definitely, he is going with the AK. 14 to 11 ships. How do you think it's gonna turn around right now?
Well, I think that Wicked Gaming is just looking forward to close his game, and I know I get that feeling when you're just so close to ending a particular game, but you're not able to do so, and the opponent is making that comeback. Well, it is a good side for Team Ano, but yeah, from perspective of Wicked Gaming, I'm pretty sure Yudi that they're just looking forward to wrap this up as soon as they can. And as I mentioned previously, so if they lose that round, which was I think the I don't know what was the score, but that round I told that if Wicked Gaming loses this one, so they would be in for a reset, and that's exactly what has happened at this point of time. And talking about Team Ano right now, so the setups are quite packed up onto B side, and so are the players ready to counter any sort of rush or aggression that might come in from B apps. And well, with that said, Kill Switch would just toss in that smoke towards market that goes for the market door, and two flashbangs comes in, and with that said, it actually signals that it is in fact a B-side take happening right now as Cyclone F along with Hattie God and Duke absolutely shutting down any in fact that particular push that happened through B apps. And well, with that said, Team Ano gradually making their way back in the game. Just 2 rounds away they are from closing this lead, and Wicked Gaming will going for an eco, or rather a semi buy, I should say, if not a complete ego, with those Tech 9s, Deagles, and P250s, and decent amount of utility. Let's see how they play this round, because I'm pretty sure that Wicked Gaming, they are they might be really unhappy at this point of time, Yuri, because it's just like a couple of points that they have to work, or possibly angles that they have to work upon, which are not working out for them, and it's actually stopping them from closing this game.
Definitely. I mean, it's saddening to look at this. 14 to 12, and they are on an eco round. And I mean, it's a team that used to convert the eco rounds into actual rounds, and right now they're just quite in a question. They're just questioning themselves even what is going wrong and how we should play it. But Anu, on the other hand, even after being on a lot of pressure, after being under a big lead, they are just being quite disciplined about it, and they don't let the scoreboard affect their gameplay. Each round is a challenge to them. Each round is an opportunity for them, and they are out there trying to capitalize it. Champ with 29 frags, followed by Duke 22, followed by Cyclone 20, AR7 14, Hattie with 11. There's a good combination of all the frags coming from the team, and a similar score is on the other hand of Wicked Gaming, but the only difference right now is the mindset that they want to go ahead with. Right now, the buys are still here. This will be the most important round of this entire game, and right now, AR7 will be the one losing this first fight. Crazy Gamer already getting the upper hand, already getting his team the man advantage that they needed to. Probably Arno shouldn't have done this. Probably shouldn't Arno shouldn't have actually gone towards this risky move or getting the first frag. It has costed them a lot, and it may have costed them this tournament. But we'll have to see what's going up right now, because right now Crazy Gamer is trying to slowly make its way towards the connector angle, because three people are in B, and I'm not quite sure if Wicked Gaming knows that. And right now we will hear that AWP being fired up on the B side, so I don't think any of Team Wicked Gaming is going to actually even consider going to the B side yet. And yeah, definitely slow footsteps, slow walking all the way towards the A side. Two people just holding it out, pressing shift as hard as they could so that no footsteps can be given away. And right now they need to eliminate Duke as fast as they can. Two flashes, one smoke, putting down, right out, toll booth being marked, Hattie being pushed back, A side being taken control of. We'll just have to see how this plays out, because the entire team is ready, and right now the plant will go in at any moment, ladies and gentlemen. 14 to 13, round number 28. You're watching National Championship of CSGO. Kill switch will get that one. 3v5 situation, ladies and gentlemen. Duke making it a 3v4. Make it also 3v3. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the 3v3 situation coming in. Not looking so good for Wicked Gaming right, because he is
Oh,
aimed at by Duke, but Duke not able to react quite timely with Defaulter, and Defaulter once again taking things, having the lead, and right now fired up is here, but no fire up.
oh.
In a bit of a trouble, and right now Jam will be taken away, and right now spray back coming in from Arno. This was a round that should have gone to Wicked Gaming, but Arno, it's a very default, straightforward, aggressive gameplay, will get the 13 rounds in the favor. And right now the money factor of Wicked Gaming will not entirely be dead, but not so favorable, because right now 14 to 14 has occurred. The lead has been completely eliminated. Arno and Wicked Gaming are standing toe to toe, and timeout has been requested by Team Arno, because they need to plan their upcoming rounds very, very carefully. Because if it's going to OT, then it's just a matter of 2 to 3% of which Wicked Gaming does have the upper hand against Arno, but still, it's Arno after all, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I told you 4 rounds away. This is what I'm telling you right now, Ships.
Certainly. Well, I think the kind of prediction, or what we call it, sort of a predicament that has been made by UD is coming true. But let's see for these remaining two rounds what is going to be the story for this entire game. Because talking about the momentum right now, it is with Team Anu, certainly, because they have close lead, and I think it was 9-14, in fact 8-14 at some point of time, UD. So those 6 rounds, they have paved a fortunate, or I should say a rather successful game for Team Anu. And talking about what Crazy Gamer is doing right now, so he has smoked off Sniper Nest and maybe just creating some distraction towards mid area. Meanwhile, rest of his teammates would go in from Palace and Amin, having the C4 with them. And Team Ano, well, they are being calm and composed, which actually got them so far, I should say, besides their commendable gameplay. And talking about how he got right now, so he's holding off with his AWP and ready to shut down any sort of rush that comes in, constantly jumping back and forth in that CD area. Well, he misses a shot, and the utilities have been tossed in by Wicked Gaming, and AR7 would be taking a step back at this point of time. And look at that, he is actually going to be in a tough time, or rather the player that is rotating from the market area, they may have a tough time. But look at that, Duke picks up a kill onto McGill's, and well, he gets another one onto Defaulter. Trade certainly comes on in by fired up and back and forth kills happening. Now it is a 2v2 situation, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy Gamer and Kill Switch having those AKs and kind of stuck as well. But there we go. Crazy Gamer gets a kill onto Champ, and ultimately the last one is also confirmed onto Cyclone Wicked Gaming making a statement after quite a while. Them being like, man, we won't let this go down so easily, and we are ready to get this game in our favor. But still, it is one round short. That is a victory, ladies and gentlemen. And I think this is what a game of CS, especially a semi, the way a semi should be, UD, because we are seeing 30 rounds, the entire 30 rounds being played.
I mean, definitely 30 of 30 rounds. We have seen it, and this is what semifinals are all about. This is what I mean. Chips is just reflecting the how important this tournament is for either of these teams right here. Just going in head to head. I mean, Wicked Gaming are a team that is known for its WK gaming, that are known for its perfect gameplay out there, and they were stuck.
मुझे मुझे
They were put to a complete stop, and
इन गेम बात
आवाज
करना
इन गेम आ रहा है क्या आवाज?
इन गेम आ रहा है तेरा आवाज पर इन गेम करना
that
तो
problem that
भाई
we
एक
put
राउंड
up
इन
now,
गेम कर
Chips.
लेते हैं, आ जाओ,
But right
कोई
now,
दिक्कत
what's
नहीं,
more
मैं बोल
important
दूंगा.
is who will be holding out this round. It's more important that who will be focusing upon how this teams will be actually focusing upon, because right now Fire will have an AWP in his hand, 4 AK-47s coming in for the rest of the team, and right now a similar buy coming in from Ano. If Ano is able to win this one, then we are going in towards an overtime, ladies and gentlemen. But if not, Wicked Gaming will be taking this home. And regardless, whichever team is going to win this, they will just call it मौत को छू के टक से वापस. But regardless, it's quite happy to look at that one. So what uh light light I mean uh, prediction coming from you, who do you think is going to take away the next coming round?
Well, I think the way it has panned out up until now, and I've kind of got that sense that Wicked Gaming is really trying hard and just trying to make things work around for them, because ultimately Team Anu, who was having that momentum, it was quite likely that they could have got to the previous round as well, but it was not the case, and Wicked Gaming made quite a statement right there that yes, no doubt you got almost 6 rounds consecutively in a row. I don't know, 6 or 7 rounds if it has to be. But nevertheless, that was quite a lead being put up by Team Ano. So Wicked Gaming was like, "Ki, nah, man, we're not going to let you take this so easily." So I think so, Yudi, that Wicked Gaming can actually wrap this up. But we'd have to see if this time out that has been called by them, it's got to be worthy for the same. And meanwhile, Team Ano, let's just see if they are able to close this game for an overtime, which I'm certain that they're looking forward to do that. And it's going to be really hectic situation for both of these teams ultimately in that overtime, because that really kind of adds up the pressure. And I do remember that yesterday I got to know from one of our teammates from the broadcast that a match was played with 6 overtimes. I was like, OMG. So 6 overtimes, it's like quite a big deal, I should say. So yeah, let's see in whose favor this game goes. And with that said, we are back in the game. We have resumed. In fact, the players have actually resumed the game, and the pause embargo is going to be lifted. In fact, it has been lifted. And with that said, let's see what Wicked Gaming has in store against Team Ano at this point of time. Well, the flashes are being tossed towards A main from Team Ano. And talking about what's happening right now from Wicked Gaming, well, they have taken quite a passive approach at this point of time, all the way towards B apps, high mid. And as far as I can see, Cyclone, well, he is just ready to go in for that push towards B apps, and well, he is right now holding that angle off and just chilling a bit over there. Meanwhile, let's see what is brewing up with Wicked Gaming. Harrigod, meanwhile, from Team Anu is holding off that CT angle and trying to give that spam towards connected area, where in fact the players of Wicked Gaming are inching in slowly and gradually. Kill switch on the other hand, having the C4 is just stuck, it seems, towards B apps along with his teammate, waiting for some sort of call to come in from the rest of the crew members of Wicked Gaming, the ones who are making a presence towards mid and towards B short. And having a look what's happening right now, all the way in B side. Well, that is a kill confirmed right over there onto Champ. And with that said, B side has been opened up for Team Wicked Gaming in order to go for the plant. And well, right in time the plant happens, and there we go, another kill comes onto AR7, and we are seeing his corpse, the fire just beside him, kind of like, we have that Indian ritual. It was just there for Team Anu's players. AR7, and well, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, Wicked Gaming gets the round. In fact, gets the entire game for them, and we have the winners of the first semi-finals. In fact, the winner bracket semi-finals, ladies and gentlemen, UD, it is none other than Wicked Gaming, the ones who were the champions for the national qualifiers last time. And well, they have got their seat confirmed in the finals yet again. But let's see if they're going to be the winners another time. But yeah, kudos to Wicked Gaming for getting this game in their pocket. And yep, a big shout out to both the teams indeed. The other one being Team Arno for putting up quite a nail-biting gameplay for us to see. I mean, UD, what a back and forth it was between these two teams, especially when it comes to the rounds. And obviously it was, I should say, a trail of emotions going in completely.
Definitely, it's an emotion coming in from both the teams. I mean, at right off the start, Wicked Gaming had that huge lead of 6-1, and then no, slowly coming back in the game, slowly opening up their aim. Champ taking the lead for the entire team, taking the right step, guiding his entire team towards the right momentum, and then they were able to pull this off, and then they went towards the halftime, where once again Wicked Gaming got the little upper hand advantage. Once again, Arno was able to stop them, and right in the final position, that the score was somewhere around 14-8, 14-9,
Yeah.
and then it came all the way to a 14-14, a nail-biting situation. But Wicked Gaming going on for that one final push, like you're running a marathon and you're just like 10 meters away, but your body is almost dead. So you just go for that one final push. Wicked Gaming just did exactly that, and they will be going ahead in the grand final spot. And we are really happy for them. Congratulations, Wicked Gaming. We are really proud of you, and we are really proud of your team, Arno. Putting up a game like this just shows the standards of how well respected and how talented the Indian CSGO community is, Shipsy.
Certainly, that was a show of talents right there, ladies and gentlemen. And with that said, also a big shout out to our partners, that is Multiplex partner being
I
Inox,
know.
communication partner being Art Smith, and streaming partner being Choke Gaming, and obviously to ESFI from bringing this tournament up for us. And with that said, we're going to be right back in shortly with the second game. So don't go anywhere. And yep, grab some popcorns, have some drinks, and share the stream as much as you can. And also make your predictions in for the next game as to which team is going to take it up ahead.
Like nothing I found, my mind overwhelms. I think that I'm broken, but I hope you can help. I know I'm not perfect, but some days I feel more worthless. Baby, you make me feel nervous. If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. I guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to
save and
Tell me what's
moves at
wrong
the spot of
and
time
why
between
you
two
never
angles.
said you
Did
felt
take
that
a
way.
perfect shot towards
Guess
the
you're
double,
trying
but
to
I don't
stay
think so.
strong and fake a
Okay, by
smile
taking fire
until
of course,
I
one alive, and he
look
will
away.
retake. He will
But I've known you
retake.
too long, it
All the way
hurts to
back
watch your
from
blue eyes fade to gray.
Spawn, pardon me. And well, with that said, yes, the predictions have been done.
Okay, easy gamer will be taken away. Defaulter will be taken away.
I know you told your
Changing his
friend you're
crumbling
not
down.
okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away. Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
Like nothing I found, my mind overwhelms. I think that I'm broken, but I hope you can't help. I know I'm not perfect, but some days I feel far more worthless. Baby, you make me feel nervous. If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. I guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
Like nothing I found, my mind overwhelms. I think that I'm broken, but I hope you can't help. I know I'm not perfect, but some days I feel far more worthless. Baby, you make me feel nervous. If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. I guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. What's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long. It hurts to.
And I play dead and I stay dead. Baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares. Standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? Then will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares. See me right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? Then will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we are back again in the gameplay, and yes, I just cut UD off there, so I'm pretty sure he's excited as well. So yep, UD, अगले गेम की तरफ हम आ चुके हैं. क्या लगता है आपको कि इस गेम में कैसा एक वैसे ही हम एक्शन देखेंगे जो पिछले गेम में देखा था हमने?
डेफिनेटली देखना तो चाहेंगे क्योंकि आनो का ये एक आखिरी मौका है, आखिरी और सेकंड मौका. Arno will go against Team Kingpins this time, and Kingpins, as we know, in the past few recent times, have been actually living up to it their name. बहुत एक अच्छी टीम है, बहुत ही एक बैलेंस टीम है, और इनके जो प्लेयर्स है वो एक से बढ़कर एक काफी टैलेंटेड प्लेयर रोस्टर है इनके पास, एंड इनके डेफिनेटली जितने भी स्ट्रैटेजीज जो होंगे इन्फर्नो के मैप पे वो देखने लायक होंगे. डेफिनेटली लुक फॉरवर्ड करता हूँ क्योंकि अभी हमारा जो मैप होगा इन्फर्नो का होगा. ये हमारा सेकंड लोअर ब्रैकेट सेमीफाइनल्स होगा, जिसमें पहले जो अपर ब्रैकेट था विनर्स वाला, उसमें हमारी विकेट गेमिंग जीत चुकी है, और हमारी जो आनो टीम है, आनो अब लोअर ब्रैकेट में शिफ्ट हुई है, एंड लोअर ब्रैकेट में वो खेलेंगी किंग्स पिंस के साथ. यहाँ पे जो हारेगा उनका सफर यही खत्म हो जाएगा, बट यहाँ से जो जीतेगा वो वापस वापस क्या बताऊँ, वापस ग्रैंड फाइनल में ही लड़ेगा. बट अगर टीम मानो यहाँ से जीतती है तो डेफिनेटली वापस एक और बार विकेट गेमिंग से मौका मिलेगा लड़ने का, एंड उस वक्त मौका मिलेगा बेस्ट ऑफ 5 का. बट इन केस आनो नहीं जीती है देन किंगपिन्स जाएगी ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में सीधा. तो देखना पड़ेगा क्या होता है. टीम आनो डेफिनेटली यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी थकी भी नहीं होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि यूजुअली बेस्ट ऑफ 3 खेलती है एंड सिर्फ एक बेस्ट ऑफ 1 हुआ है. तो डेफिनेटली यहाँ पे इंस्टेड ऑफ बीइंग टायर्ड दे वुड बी रादर वार्म्ड अप, दे वुड बी रादर इन द राइट मोमेंटम फॉर द टूर्नामेंट. थोड़ा सा डेफिनेटली यहाँ पे एक दुख होगा कि पहला मैच हारे हैं, बट डेफिनेटली यहाँ पे एक अच्छा पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट लेके उनको खेलना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि शिप्स फाइनल्स जो बेस्ट ऑफ 5 के होते हैं वो एक अलग ही मतलब खुद का एक इंटरनल स्मॉल टूर्नामेंट होता है, क्योंकि 5 बैक टू बैक मैचेस जिसमें आपको मिनिमम 3 जीतने ही जीतना है, वो एक बहुत बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी और एक थोड़ा सा क्या बोलते हैं माइंड को प्रेशर देने वाला टास्क बन जाता है. बट इट इज आफ्टर ऑल द ग्रैंड फाइनल्स ऑफ द नेशनल चैंपियनशिप्स of the CSGO game that is loved by almost every gamer in the entire country, and definitely Chef's going to be really happy to see what this second semi-final has in store for us.
सर्टनली यूडी. एंड जैसा आपने कहा कहीं ना कहीं इन प्लेयर्स को आदत है BO3s इनफैक्ट BO5s खेलने की भी. सो आई थिंक ये अगर अप्रोच रखें BO3 वाली ही तो इट वुड बी क्वाइट गुड फॉर देम बिकॉज दिस कैन बी लाइक कम बैक मैप and ultimately they would be competing again in the finals. That is team Ano. पहला मैप इन्होंने जिससे पिछला वाला खेला था it was against team Wicked Gaming 16-14 वो किया था. and with that said ladies and gentlemen, अब हम बात करेंगे इस गेम में क्या एक्शन अनफोल्ड होने वाला है. फिलहाल के लिए यहाँ पे चल रहा है नाइफ राउंड, एंड यहाँ पे वही जो नाइफ की साउंड होती है खचाखच जो हम कहते हैं छुरियाँ चल रही होती है गेम के अंदर. सो वी गोना सी दैट, बट लेट्स सी who is going to be winning this one and which team would pick their side ultimately. And meanwhile, we can, talk a bit about our partners, our supporters in this one. That is multiplex partner Inox, communication partner being Art Smith, streaming partner Joe Gaming, and they all are supporting it with ESFI, that is Esports Federation of India. And this is the lower bracket semi-finals of नेशनल esports championship और मैं बताना चाहूँगा यहाँ पे अपने दर्शकों की whichever teams ultimately whichever team in fact wins this entire tournament, they're going to be confirming a seat to Bali and would be competing in for a huge prize pool that is of 500 grands 500 grands in USD. अगर हम इसको इंडियन रुपी में कन्वर्ट करें so approximately it turns out to be 4 crore. So that is quite a sum, UD.
Definitely, I mean, who wouldn't want that sum? I mean, I would. If you're one of those people, money can't buy happiness, then please give away all your money to me because definitely it does to me. But jokes apart, right now we are in the game, ladies and gentlemen. The first round starting away. The map of Inferno, semifinals lower bracket, Team Honor versus Kingpin. The winner will book their seats into Bali, and oh, look at that, Bhavesh just going in. He's not stopping, and he will eliminate AR7 right off the start, and he will be recovering back the dual Burritas, if I'm not wrong. And right now the plant will go in. Right now the entire team is rotating back towards the CT, and right now it's going to be a 4v5 situation. Really hard for Team Ano to actually do a lot in this situation because the clock is ticking away and they don't have a lot in their time and they don't have a lot in their pockets. Right now, construction is being put up, and right now, Dude will be eliminated right away. Shady giving Team Ano a really, really bad time right now, and Jam will be taking damage away, and right now, Finn also will be taken away. Benji and Shady now doing the final efforts, and Shady, what a beautiful gameplay coming in from me. And Shady, once again, really good shots coming in from him. Those Glock taps, those rotation, those placements, absolutely on point. And Kingpins will be securing the first point of this entire map of Inferno, and definitely the second one I'm expecting that as well to go to him, and Imano would be sticking to an eco, and absolutely an eco is being put up by Team Ano. And right over thinking Kingpins are just gonna rush all the way with the bomb towards the banana angle. Banana angle, although Molotov, there's only one guy, and that is AR7 taking the sole responsibility of defending the site B with all that he has. And let's see if that is going to be the case or if Team Kingpin is going to suffer a lot. And right now he rushes in, and right now the bomber will be eliminated. He will not be looking at AR7 at all, and AR7 will eliminate one and just fall back into safety. Right now his entire team has come in, but right now this is a lot of firepower, and right now the AK is taking the responsibility that they have to. Shady will already kill the champ on the champ after of the previous round, and right now Bhavesh, before anything can happen, we get the third, and Finn we're getting the final one right here, just eliminating, shutting things down 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. Right now the buys will be put up from Team Ano, but off to a brilliant and bold start from Team Kingpins.
Certainly, and I think that was quite a show being put up by Bhavesh in particular. I mean, the way he sprayed down all those three players with his Galil, it was quite commendable and a sight to see. And let's see if Team Ano, which are going for a bye in this round, they're going to be giving some sort of hefty competition to Kingpins. Well, meanwhile, the Molotov has been thrown towards the cart area and a fight for banana, the ever infamous banana area, I should say, is in place. And in fact, well, it has been secured by Team Anu for time being. And talking about what's happening in the second mid area right now, well, the flashes and the utilities are being tossed off. And with that said, there we go. Smoke for Motro has been deployed, and so is the case with the cart area. Meanwhile, look at that Duke and AR7 taking down Bhavesh and Shady Benzine. Meanwhile, gets a kill onto AR7, and that was quite a fight towards a side, or rather, I should say, towards the Arches area. Meanwhile, taking advantage of that, Champ would shut down the players who had no other option to go to B side.
Definitely quite stuck in the moment, and great gameplay coming in from Team Ano. Team Ano playing it quite the way, quite the textbook pattern they had to, and we'll be expecting a little bit more coming in from Team Ano as well. And right now, Team Ano is going to send in their three defenders.
Oh,
No, Avish will be taken away by the grenade. He will be, I'm sorry, AR7 will be the one suffering the wrath of that grenade. But right now, each side losing a lot of HP and a player each. Quite a hard situation for both the teams, but right now, Team Kingpins, although they're playing it quite slow, they're also moving quite fast between some certain angles, and that just reflects how ready they are and how aggressively ready they are to actually play this off. And we'll be quite happy to see that happening, man. We all love a bit of an extra aggressive gameplay, but Cham is ready, standing on top, having the high advantage. But right now, he will be just falling back into safety, and he was almost spotted off. But right now, he will be claiming the man advantage for his team. And right now, 2-1 chips, if I'm not wrong, at Bhavesh all the way down to 23 HP. And this is going to be a lot of problem for either of the team, because right now they're quite dominant. And Hattie it's hard for Kingpins, and Kingpins will not lose the second one. Raven still holding it out. 51 HP, has three people to fight against. The smoke will go off. The
oh,
third player, Duke, is still at the side. He will be denying the plant. Right now, the last player will also be taken away. Duke, patience is the key to success, and success has been brought upon Team Ano. 2-2, Team Ano equaling out the differentials.
indeed, Rudy. And I think that is why it's emphasized upon that always you should check your corners and angles, because CS is a game where unpredictability is at its best. And just as we saw in the previous round, that Cubby area, OMG, I mean, that is like, it's obviously checked in a lot of situations, but I get it, Team Kingpins, they were just looking forward to get a plant in the previous round. Well, it seems like it's going to be a similar case in this one, because they're simply just making a W gaming gameplay all the way towards mid, and with that, it's quite successful for them at this point of time. But let's see how it pans out, because Shade is going to be taken off right away. And with that said, Team Ano picks up another round for them, and Kingpins, well, they got two rounds in the starting, but Team Ano completely just shutting him off with the buy that they did in the second round itself, or rather, it was the third one. So that is a statement being made by them that, no doubt, even if we may be lacking a little bit when it comes to strategic positioning, but we know how to put up our guards. And with that said, another statement being made by Champ right in the starting of this round onto Revan, with just 16 HP being remaining onto him. And look at that. The banana control again has been kind of denied for Team Kingpins, but it seems that they're going to be pushing in. They don't care about it, and obviously there's no one to hold it off at this point of time from Team Ano, but Champ, well, with that angle, that sliver of an angle, he was able to get that AW shot connected, and AR7 gets those two kills through smoke. And with that, say, UD, this side is entirely in the grasp of Team Ano, and now it's all on to the remaining player, that is Shady. Let's see if he'll be able to pull off some Shady gameplays.
Absolute good utilization of both right there, but not so much right now. Chips Shady will be taken away. The bold start that Kingpins did start from, I mean, they have been quite down by Team Ano. I mean, of course, Team Ano has a really good mindset right now. They have gone through a good warm up, and they have already fought against the grand finalists, Wicked Gaming. So definitely they want that second time. They want that second chance. And Shipsy, who knows, second time's always the last. So right, just have to see how the best of five just goes off. But Kingpins, I mean, once again, Kingpins are literally the recent king of the CSGO servers. So let's see if they are able to keep that title up, or if Team Manu is just going to turn the table absolutely upside down for Team Kingpins. Because right now the form will make its way towards the B side in an eco round. three Tech 9s to work in, pardon me, two heat grenades and a certain flashes. Let's see if that is
Oh,
able to happen. The mortar strike does go in, but will not claim any damage yet. The flashes will go in, and life will be claimed by AR7 right off the start. And right now, entire team is scared. But they regardless will, and right now Shady got to the handle, and perfect headshot. Fizz once again saving a one, but Cyclone coming in from the back with a perfect fang. Will control this disaster management. We try to put them down, and the only player alive is on the side. He is scared for his life. He is
oh,
under a siege. Almost catches someone left hard, and right now, Sham just comes in with and gets a perfect flick onto him. 5-2, ladies and gentlemen, and right now, Team Anu is on a roll. I mean, if they have a business meeting about their score, the graph is just going to the moon, ladies and gentlemen. 5-2, and Chips. Is it gonna go in further, or is it time Kingpins to fight back?
well, if Cyclone is actually staying true to his name, then I think it would be a bit difficult for Team Kingpins. But we have seen Kingpins play as well previously. I mean, obviously, you'll hear us say these statements on and off again, for all these teams, because I guess they are just, remaining few, I should say, UD in terms of a really good level of skill set. I'm not saying that they are not teams of CS, but these are like the creme de la creme, as it said. So, yeah. But again, if Team Ano, jokes apart from that Cyclone thingy, if they are continuing with the momentum that they have built up at this point of time, which it does seem is going to be the case, I think, for a round or two at this point of time, unless and until Kingpins are able to, just break through the hold that they're having onto A side or towards B. I think, Team Anu would be able to secure a couple of more rounds. Well, let's see what is happening in this one. Revan is holding off with his AWP, watching the half wall area if anybody might push through that. And well, look at it. All the way in apps, the action is being unfolded, back and forth trades happening, and Team Kingpins have ultimately decided to make a move towards B side. It seems the C4 is slowly and gradually inching in along with the rest of the teammates. And look at that, AR7 is also ready to deploy his utilities. He throws off his incendiary, and well, there we go. It was like a counter utility, I should say, because as far as I can see on the quad area, there was this Molotov being deployed, but as far as I can see in the mini map, there's a sort of a change of position happening at this point of time. The players are going in towards A site, and well, again, I think the angle won't be checked, and I think so. Who would punish them for this? Well, certainly he does, and with that said, the C4 has indeed gone down, but Finn gets a shot, and Havesh, well, would pick up another one, but would he be expecting Harry Godwell? No, and now it's all on to Cham. He knows that the player is present in the pit area. That is Finn. Finn gets one. Would he be able to get another one? Well, yes, he certainly does. A nice flick coming in by him, and UD, I thought for a second that Anu is going to pick that round up, and in fact, I mentioned that if Team Anu is able to continue that momentum, so they might be able to pull off a round or two, but that was like a completely opposite situation that Team Kingpins put up. I mean, they were able to contest in towards A side, but some way or the other, they did not have that sort of control. And I thought Duke is gonna, be serving as an upper edge, especially with his positioning. But ultimately, Team Kingpins, especially that hold done by the player in the pit, I think it actually got them the round.
Definitely, it did get them the round, and it did get them the important motivation that was required for them right now, because 5-8, if they're trying to all the way to 6-2, then this is going to be a really heartbreaking situation. I mean, something similar that Arno was into, and definitely at the end of the day, they weren't able to pull it off and pull it through, even after getting as close to 14-14. So it is quite important to get that motivation and get that in one. Right now, Arno will be spotting. Cyclone will be spotting too. I'm sorry, Arno, she's team name. But look at that, just jump through, extinguishes the fire. What are these guys playing? They have no fear of anything. Right to the pit, baby mollied off, and this will cause a lot of problem for Duke. Duke falls into a 36 HP. He will still be in the game, but no, Cyclone did manage to get one, but he will be taken away. And right now, it looks like Kingpins are on a roll, and they will get the second round for themselves as well. Two in a row coming in, and right now, this certainly is going to turn into a 5 to 4 ships. Two players alive are just going to save their rifle and armors because they are undamaged and they want to remain that way. Certainly waiting for some exit frags, but regardless, a good turn of events coming in from Kingpin's quite essential and quite required at the moment. And definitely it will credit them in the upcoming rounds because right now, right off the start, as a terrorist who can have the control of the entire map in snap of seconds, they are pulling it off. And right now, they try to build a wall and they all will survive with almost 50% HPs in hand. And right now, 5 to 4 ships, 10 rounds, a 10th round happening right now. 9 rounds have already happened. The economy of Team Ano is going to take a big blow in the face. And right now, the remaining arsenal will be turned into a force fire from the entire team with a certain amount of utility. Overall, still going in with a fair amount of utility in hand, 5 to 4. Right now, we'll have to see how Kingpins are going to carry forward this momentum because right now, somehow Ano will be scared of how to tackle the situation next. And right now, once again, only one player is going to defend the B side. It's still fine if the player, if the soldier is right for the job because by then he can just hold them off and wait for the entire team to rotate. But the remaining team is so far
No.
ventured so deep, and right now AR7 could have gotten that, but he just got startled with the Molotov. I mean, I wish the Molotov wasn't there because it might have just been a pretty gruesome kill right there. Regardless, everybody's stacking up towards the banana angle. Two players, that is Finn and his teammate Shady just pardon me, Benzene just trying to make things harder, faking it out towards the A side. Or it just could be that the bomb would be acquired and they might just actually venture towards the B side. Right now
Oh.
nothing is decided because Raven will be taking AR7 off, and AR7 was in such an important position. He was the important key holder, the anchor of the entire B side, and right now the team might just be a bit confident about committing towards the either of the side because they have the advantage. But right now, going to the A side might just not go as planned because three people are ready to and start it up. But still, the smokes are popping in, and right now they are pressing their W keys and they are going in. And right now, the Molotov will be cutting the short angle, and right now hiding right in the shadows. I don't think much can be pulled off. 20 seconds, no point of rotating right now, and they will right parts into the side, and they will be using the part of Marty Out's rifle. Finn, on the other hand, will kick out you, but Champ, on the other hand, cutting out some advantage, taking out Benzene, and Champ will be taking the second one as well. Although Champ goes down by Draven. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a 2v2 situation. The rotations are still not yet in. And Godric is inside, and he will deny the planter, and right now, Team Ano will be winning the round. I mean, all they had to do was pick the bomber away. They didn't have to even come and finish the fight. And that I mean, there must be a fight in the voice chat of Kingpins happening. And okay, bhai, hua kya? Ye ka hua? But regardless, 6 to 4, 11th round is in position chips.
Certainly, Yudi. I mean, that shot right there, and as you said, they must be like, man, we're just so close to getting it all down, but right in time, their dreams were completely shattered. I mean, had that plan gone down, we would actually have, got that sort of moment where, that point 0.5 second plans or diffuse happen. But nevertheless, moving into the next one, let's see if such close call is going to be happening in this one also, which I don't think is going to be the case because Team Ano, they would be in a bit passive position at this point of time. I mean, certainly it is a bit aggressive angle that is being held by Shady, pardon me, AR7, who eventually got taken down towards that sandbags area. But just like last time, it did happen where the player actually showed his face, and it was being quite a sight for Team Kingpin, simply just pressing their left click and getting that shot confirmed onto the player of Team Anu. But nevertheless, in this round, the scene is a bit different because that was quite a fight being put up by both the teams towards banana areas. And right now, as I can see on my feed, the C4 is still waiting for, some sort of confirmation that is coming in from his teammate, or rather he's waiting for his teammate to come from banana. And with that said, Benzene has come in right in time, and Team Ano, they know what's brewing at this point of time. Only 18 seconds remaining on the clock, and Revan simply holding off the angle just like last time. I mean, the angle is certainly different. This time it's construction. He gets that shot making the statement that he is most of the times on point with his AWP. And meanwhile, Cyclone F and Hattie God, they would go in for a save because obviously they have got a diffuse kit, an AWP, and an M4A1 to work along with. So they would like to save it and possibly use it in the next round and give backup to their teammates because economy seems a bit lackluster UD at this point of time with Team Anno, and they might have to settle up for some pistols and let's say deagles. It all goes down to what is the strategy that will be unfolded by Team Anno, rather the positioning, the holds that they would do in the next one.
Definitely, and looking forward to that. But right now, 6 to 5 ships. It's the middle of the entire game, and right now, once again, this is once again going to be a best of one, and best of ones are quite scary to play again because here you're not in the momentum of okay, we'll get in the next one. Okay, we'll take it to the decider. This is your decider match, and okay, for Kingpins, this is the first match itself for today, and right now they're just fighting it fresh. And right now, Arno does have that bit of a practice because they already had one match in cricket gaming. But regardless of both the factors, right now, what's more important is how they will be taking this game forward. Right now, the entire team Kingpins are holding it out towards the mid side, and an exchange of guns happening in the air. Looks quite good, but still needs to put down some damage as well. Flying guns are only good if the bullets are flying right into the heads of your enemies only. But regardless, 6 to 5, and we'll have to see because right now and they will walk right into the crosshair of AR7, but AR7 will be immediately traded off. Cyclone on the other hand will take away Benzene, and that is going to be a bit of a problem for Kingpins, losing out two of the main offensive players right off the start. And right now, Cyclone is down to 12 HP, almost suffering the same fate. Raven is waiting for any backstab to come into effect, and right now, the backstab has started moving. Champ and Duke will try to come in all the way to the mid side, and right now, Cyclone. Oh no, this guy on 12 HP is putting down a literal cyclone on the lives of Kingpins right now. Although the bomb will plant right away and definitely plant it down at right of him. Still fight when he will still keep his team alive. 2v2 situation, Duke coming in for the backside. He is spotted out. Limited or he will be the one killing him. Definitely he will be the one taking Finn away. 1v2 situation. Shady, the only one alive, has to take down two people to successfully win this one for the team. But he will be facing a lot of rat. But no, he
Oh,
will be able to he will get the second one. He could have. But on the other hand, Hattie crouching right at the particular movement so that he could save his head, and he did, and he wasn't the one missing the shots. 7 to 5. What a great fight coming in from both the teams. Team Ano, although making those crucial end moment decisions, winning this round for themselves. Team Ano suffering the wrath of Kingpins back and forth, but still standing out on top. Quite commendable gameplay coming in from Team Ano ships.
certainly. I mean, as soon as Kingpins are just about to close the lead, they come back again and they be like, nah, man, we're not letting this thing go with you. But still, the game is remaining, and Kingpins can actually turn things around. But in order for that to happen, let's see how they play this round because it's going to be really crucial. Duke gets a kill onto Benzene, and the reason why I mentioned it's going to be crucial for both the teams is because of the economy. Look at that, just like a bunch of virtual currency remaining in their banks. And with that said, the spams are happening right in the apps area, and Bali is looking for the player. Where did he actually go? Well, being the Batman and ultimately getting the kill in the pit area. With that said, A side has been securely taken. Oh, well, no, Cyclone is indeed, in fact, again being Cyclone and living up to his name, especially behind that smoke and, just conveying an imagery of a complete Cyclone UD. Just like it comes and just take things off with him. But nevertheless, he'll be taken off. And with that said, now it's all on to Champ, who is all the way back in the tunnels, as I can see in the mini map. And, well, rather, he's scoring positioning a bit towards second mid and might just go for some exit frags. But with that said, Kingpin safely takes this round up, and I think so. Team Ano would have to settle, pardon me, for an eco round in the next one, as I can see, and as I mentioned previously about the virtual currency that they're having in their banks. Meanwhile, Kingpin's having a sight of joy, a sight of amazement building their economy as well. The economy taking this round quite commendably.
Definitely, it's quite commendable how both the teams are right now playing. And once again, it's not that only team Arno is standing up on top. They are constantly facing the wrath of Kingpins, and Kingpins standing up to their name. But although they do stand up to their name, will be pinning this into their favor. Will they be pinning this map? Will they be pinning their grand final seeds? And that is something that we just have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. Time will tell. Time will tell everything. But right now, 7 to 6, 14 round is in effect. Right now, the buy from the either side is quite fair. Milano still suffering a
Oh,
lot, but no, Cyclone. Once again, you don't walk right past the Cyclone. Right into you, but on the other hand, Finn taking up the charge, playing really, really aggressive, takes down AR7. AR7, the start of the previous map has been shielded quite well. This one, Finn on the other hand is all the way down to 14 HP. A 4 situation coming from both the teams, but right now the advantage is definitely taken because the bomb has been planted early up. Right now they will be falling back towards the post plant side. Two people walking up towards the banana angle, but right now Duke might be just in a bit of a trouble. We'll just have to see. Duke is right under Raven, if I'm not wrong, and definitely Raven will be the one going down, and Shady will also be the right. All things were done really hard. 14 HP, Finn, the only one alive, will be taken
oh,
away. A beautiful, beautiful clean up coming in from Team Manu. Really tactical, really smart, and really, really fast. I mean, this round was all about the fast pace of the game. The bomb planted really fast. The bomb got defused really fast too. So Team Ano having the upper hand by 2 points right now. They are leading with 8 to 6. The round number 15 is already here. And soon enough we'll be going to the second half shifts.
certainly. And I think it was a sort of an eco. Rather, yeah, it was an eco. In fact, the weapons were carried from the previous round, if I'm not wrong, in the previous round, obviously. So, with that said, Team Mano being right on point with their aim, Cyclone, especially well, again, barging in like a cyclone, might get another kill. And well, that was a C4 actually. So it would have been a bit dicey scenario, but no, he got a taste of his own medicine at this point of time. Bhavesh, well, getting a kill onto him. And well, with that said, Revan coming in full swing, taking Duke down as well. Benzine is holding off any sort of push that might come in from that apps area, which is not going to be the case, at least for now, it seems, from Team Anu. And their defense has started to grumble at this point of time. Those two shots that were there towards mid, I think it actually really cost them, and it might eventually let this round go into the pocket of Team Kingpins. But let's see how the hold is being done by Champ and the teammate of his that has rotated all the way from his side. That is AR7. And with that said, I think another rotation is coming in from Hattie God. They have read it all through, and with that Molotov knocking off, in fact, tossing. Well, look at that smoke, that clever smoke, counter smoke, I should say, being deployed by Champ, and he's still present. In fact, he swings off and gets those kills. And Champ,
What?
OMG, living
What?
like a champ. I think it was like a 4K that he pulled it off.
Definitely. Yes.
I mean, a lovely 4K. And look at the scoreboard. All the players are sitting on 10 kills, with just Champ being on 18 frags, if I'm not wrong. Oh, well, it's 16 frags. But nevertheless, that was quite a show being put up by Team Anu, I should say. I mean, man, OMG. Look at that tactical smoke being deployed, UD, right there. And it actually worked wonders for them. I mean, I didn't expect that sort of action to unfold, especially from Champ. And I thought for a second that Kingpins would play around it in a quite good fashion, but nevertheless, as soon as they deployed the Molotov towards squad area, the smoke popped in instantly. So they might have got confused as to, how would they position themselves. And the player that was towards dark area, it's quite likely that they assume it was the only one towards squad. And as he threw the smoke off, extinguished the Molotov, he actually kind of took shelter in that dark area. But if that was a mindset, then certainly it was good for Champ. But I think it was a bit for both uh, the thought process and as well as a kind of a lackluster gameplay that Kingpins displayed, or a neglect, I should say, towards that angle.
I mean, definitely they should have been paying more attention because Champ had the opportunity and he nailed it. I mean, as you were discussing this before, he was on only 12 frags before this, right? Away to 16, three back to back, really controlled kill, and the fourth one was a signature finisher coming in from him. Absolutely right on point. A flawless player, he is. Brilliant player, he is. I mean, I've been saying this right from the previous game itself, and I will like to stick with my words. But 9-6 right now, a classic score, just like this one, just like the previous one. Even Wicked Gaming were 9, and Anu were the suffering side on the 6. And right now, a quite. Oh my god, Champ already getting the first one, Shady, and no, look at that. Champ will be. Oh my god,
Oh,
Vinci! Two clicks and two kills. Finn also joining into the action, and right now, Anu will be suffering. I think we just went a little bit too sugary on Team Anu, and they just got flattened away. And like, Kingpins are the one capitalizing on that. Cyclone all the way. I mean, he's a weather. He's a whole mood. Okay, he's not gonna stop. Although he has been take one away, and right now Finn getting a little bit toxic for the other team. But still, 9-6 has been turned into 97. A pretty similar thing what happened last time as well. Right off the start, Team Mano was also getting on when they equaled out the score. But still, Team Mano has the upper hand, and Team Mano is right now playing the CT side. Inferno, CT side having a little bit higher advantage. I mean, regardless, CT has a bit of better move or any map, any given map, but especially in Inferno, because right now you're able to go to match right for your team, or bamboozle even side. So let's see how Team Manu is gonna able to bamboozle Kingpins right now, because Kingpins are really angry with the performance, and right now they will be fixing that up, and they will try to make zero mistakes. They will try to do absolutely zero mistakes, and right now Kingpins, we're expecting them to do the same. We're expecting them to bamboozle Team Manu. Team Manu, on the other hand, they are taking out the charge of their side, and they will just go in. Finn is just waiting. Finn is just
yep.
waiting for someone to pop his head. And Finn will perfectly spray down AR7. And AR7, all the other hand is suffering. They are going to go around. They will pull out some deagles and pistols. But I don't think it's gonna be enough. Flash, three players getting flashed entirely. 50 seconds remaining on the clock, and right now things are just going to get even harder from here, because right now the pardon me, four players are stacked up on the B side. If they just barge in together, if they just barge and go in together and take the two players down, then things could be quite confusing. But that doesn't look like the case, because Finn will be taking two away, and Bhavich will be taking the third, and Finn will be taking the fourth one as well. Complete sweep, two people defending the entire side by themselves without suffering any casualty is something that we want to expect from a team like Kingpins, standing up to their name. Once again, Team Ano stuck on 9 points, and they will be proceeding ahead with some buys right now, Ship. So do you think this is their time to shine?
Well, certainly it could be. And just to say, well, it does seem like the recent nerf that happened on M4A1 UD, it does not seem to affect Finn, I should say, because the way he popped off those heads in the previous round. Let's see if they'll be able to do in this one. And talking about Team Anno, the question which you asked, so well, it can be a moment to shine for them, but let's see how they position their AKs, because it's going to be really crucial. They've got three AKs and two Billies and decent amount of utility to work around with. So if it's a bit tactically executed onto A side, then it would really be crucial for them, and it would serve its purpose for Team Ano. Meanwhile, they have just stacked up towards Archer's area, whilst the rest of the teammates are coming in from apps, it seems. And well, Cyclone F gets a shot onto Revan, but he does take a lot of damage as well. View gets a kill onto Benzine and another one onto Shady. And with that said, A side is left completely open for Team Ano to get the C4 down. And as well, I think the question which you asked, the answer has been made. In fact, the answer has been given in a good fashion by Team Ano for this round. Certainly, it was a moment to shine, and to which they shined so brightly that Duke, in particular, just took off two players right off the bat towards that a short angle. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's gonna be the case for the entire game. That is, Team Arrow takes up the lead, then Kingpin starts to close it off. But look at that. Meanwhile, it's Finn who is closing off the game towards Banana. And well, the score line just keep on going like this with a 2 point lead or a 1 point lead. And if that is going to be the case, UT ultimately Team Anu would come out as a champion, I should say. But again, we are not being biased. Our spirits are with both the teams. Let's see if ultimately Kingpins gets in the lead.
Definitely, Kingpins have the potential and have the skills and have everything they need to be in the lead right now. But Team Mano aren't just letting them, aren't giving away the opportunity to, because they want the lead for themselves. They want to be dominant one in this map, and they are showing their dominance quite well with their performance, with their guns, and with cycles, putting a
Oh,
literal weather on them. With AR7 once again standing up to his name, and right now Benzine will be taking Hachiko, and Hachiko whiffing a lot of shots there, and he will be punished for that. And should have whiffed so many shots right on. He had the adequate time, and on the other hand, he just got shot down quite a while later. But regardless, mistakes were made, and mistakes like these is what Kingpins are looking for to capitalize. And right now, the rifle has been yeeted away from the map so that none of the Kingpins are able to get a hold of it. On the other hand, Finn does have an M4 even for himself. The rest of the team are just going in with some pistols on their hands. So Arno wants to keep it that way. Arno does not want Kingpin to have any rifles with them. 4v3 situation, once again taking it really slow after suffering a huge blow. But right now, the three players are stacked all the way towards the B. But no, no, no. They are walking towards the arches and they are going into B. Are they stepping right into where they shouldn't be? Well, but the bomb, although, is wa- once again falling back towards the A side. So definitely a good read coming in from Arno. I mean, they almost messed it up, but still, but the bomb is into the side and the bomb will go for a plant. And right now, the one guy is still present under. Oh, yeah, definitely. He was all the way to the balcony. And right now, will be eliminated by Champ. Champ coming in right at the time because Shady could have done a lot of damage. Right now, AR7. Oh my. Find that one. Will he able to get that second one? And he did. But AR7 will be taken down. Duke, on the other hand, will take down Finn. And right now, that's a complete sweep coming in from Team Ano. Kingpins never saw this coming. It was so fast paced. I mean, they had played their cards, but their cards didn't play back in their favor at all. 11 to 8, the lead that they wanted to take is just slipping away from their hands. And soon enough, soon after a few rounds, for either of this team, the opportunity of representing the international stage would slip away completely.
certainly. And well, the international stages where these players want to be. So let's see how they play this one out, and it reflects in the gameplay obviously. And look at that, just as I mentioned about the gameplay, Finn gets a lovely shot through that smoke, and right off the bat we have a man advantage being put up for Team Kingpins. In fact, they get this one for themselves. And with that said, AR7 is going to toss a Molotov towards the shelter area. It seems, oh well, it's going to be just a step away from shelter, because that angle is really really powerful when it comes to holding the boiler and the mid as well, just like we are seeing in Revan's POV. So that is a decent Molotov, but it has been extinguished. In fact, it got extinguished. And with that said, Revan, along with his comrade, is gonna get those kills in their aim towards a shot. And oh, look at that, Benzine picking up another one onto AR7 right through that smoke. And as I mentioned previously, we're gonna see these score lines just like that. You see a 2 point lead or just like a single round lead with Team Anu. But if that's going to be the case, ultimately Team Anu would win the game. But let's just hope that Kingpins actually sustain this momentum for a round or two that they're building for more rounds, so that it can actually be called momentum in the first place. But nevertheless, Champ is going to be taking a step back and is going to be saving that AK and smoke grenade along with that itchy grenade with him. So yeah, Kingpins picks up another one, making the score to 11 to 9. 11 points in the favor of Team Ano, 9 in the pocket of Team Kingpins. And well, UD, we're gonna see a sort of a reset happening onto Team Ano. I think Duke can go for those pistols or possibly drop pistols to his teammates so that they can supplement Champ, who is playing it all off with AK.
Definitely, that's a choice that he wants to make, and let's see how that will feed back. But
Oh,
Raven is the one eliminating Hati God before the round could even start, and he will be backbenching this entire round. Round number 21, if I'm not wrong. 11 to 9, and we'll just have to see how this is going to turn ahead because right now Cyclone is going to expect the rifle being given to him, if I'm not wrong. We'll just have to see. Because on the other hand, right now, Team Kingpins are just waiting to welcome Team On either of the side. Quite well defended, quite well managed. Right now, the Molotovs and the smokes will just go in, making it more problematic for Team Mano to enter. And right now, the grenade will put down a truckload of damage towards Team Ano, and Team Ano is slowly losing the momentum of the round number 21. 15 seconds to move, and they haven't even stepped to either of the side, and right now they will try to slowly move in, and the first damage has been done. AR7 will go over, and Duke will get Vavesh. The eco round turning into the favor of Team Ano. Team Ano, who was just steps away or minutes away from losing this, it has now literally flipped the table upside down, and right now Raven, Shady, and Benzine will rotate it away towards the CT. All three of them coming towards the CT. Now, this is either going to be really good or really bad for Team Kingpins. And time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, right now, Duke, Payat with construction naval, and he won't be able to do a lot of it. And right now, three people coming in, barging in from the construction will make it very hard for Team Manu to occupy this orbit. We'll have to see how this is going to turn it. This has turned well for Duke. This has turned well for Duke once again. Will it turn once again? And it will, ladies and gentlemen. Three back-to-back kills coming in from Duke. And Team Ano, unexpectedly, I mean, definitely expected for them, but for us, a shocking eco-round victory coming in from upon Kingpins. And Kingpins definitely are just going to be left wondering
what just
if,
happened?
yeah, what went wrong, Ships?
Certainly, and with that said, Anu again getting another point lead, and Kingpins well settling up for, I guess, that same scenario where they get a round or two against Team Anu, but Team Anu ultimately is going to be in the lead. Nevertheless, let's see how this round plays off. Sort of a control has been denied towards the banana angle, but it won't be too long when Team Anu actually pushes and contests for it. Look at that, a Molotov being deployed for that nasty angle, which is often capitalized by CTs, but nevertheless, it has been secured from Team Kingpins. And sort of a, I think, a missed flash that was. We have seen that happen towards apps as well. I remember Hattie got kind of missed it, and but still, rest of his teammates just pushed it. You know, having that literal blind faith, even if they just protect their opponents well. Look at that, sort of a team damage also happening onto Cham, but ultimately AR7 getting that kill. Look at it, sort of a clash happening, like a W gaming from both the teams, and it was quite hilarious to see the CT guy, Kingpins, you know, the one who's pushing through that smoke, but nevertheless, it is the C4 plant being confirmed by Team Ano, and right now I think so Kingpins would just look forward to get those exit frags and possibly secure one AK for them. But look at that Revan. He's simply like just going back and forth towards CD, and as soon as he comes and sees someone pops the head off. But nevertheless, there we go. One kill coming in. Would there be another kill? But no, Hattie God is going to check onto Shady, and he takes Shady down in shade. Well, Shady was actually trying to pull off some sneaky or cheeky gameplays, it seemed, by baiting his teammate, but that was completely denied from Team Ano.
Definitely complete denial coming in, and Team Ano is slowly climbing those stairs towards that grand final spot where they might just end up fighting once again with Team Wicked Gaming, who they just closely lost to. I mean, definitely it wasn't a complete thrashing. They fought back entirely well. It was a 14-14, and might be a hashtag revenge moment for them. So we'll have to just see how that actually plays out for either of the teams right there, because at the end of the day, it's quite important for either of the team to come and step out. And but right now, Cyclone has been eliminated by Team Kingpins right off the start, and that is not a good news for Team Mano. Cyclone is a quite the MVP player. Raven is holding that corner angle. Is it going to be played well? Apparently, Champ just jumps right towards the bottom of the stairs and played himself. And right now, Team Ano is not looking so good for the 23rd round. Losing two players right off the start, that too absolutely for nothing. And right now, no feedback has been given towards Kingpins either. They are all sitting strong with their armors and HPs. 40 seconds remaining in the clock, and the bomb is W keying itself towards the B side. The B side is going to be guarded by only one player, that is Finn, if I'm not wrong. But right out the team support has come in, and right now three players have rotated away, and the bomb is now going towards the A side. And right now, look at that, Draven is so confused, he just ran on the way towards the A side and is now just B side is now just coming back at Draven.
Oh, what was that shot?
What was that? And right now Benzine finishing it off. What a brilliant gameplay coming in from King. This definitely MVP being the Benzine. Just running back and forth towards the side, piece in the side, just shoots through smoke and connects a shot. And the outplay that Team Ano wanted to put up by the strategies, they have been outplayed by the aim game. And Chips, 24th round, 13 to 10. How do you think it's gonna be from now on forward?
Well, I think so that Team Ano would get another round, but I won't make it sound like a predicament for Kingpins because they actually played the last round in a quite good manner, I should say, especially that shot coming in from Revan. I mean, it just blew our minds off. He just simply just walked in, or rather kind of hopped into library, and that shot that he connected onto site, OMG, that was quite a sight to see. But nevertheless, I think so Team Anu would give a tough fight in this one to Kingpins. And this is to say that they have smoked off the angle, but look at that Benzine not stopping from bursting his bullets. And he was not recklessly spraying, but carefully and tactfully just, bursting through that smoke in the group of threes. But nevertheless, Revan gets a shot onto AR7 right at that boiler area, and that crossfire seems like anybody who's gonna walk in, they're gonna have a tough time. But just as I say, that Cyclone F gets a shot onto Benzine, and well, I think so. Shady has spotted two players right in the apps area, and that I think would kind of be a bit lethal for them. But nevertheless, Shady is going to be in the pit area, and he takes the players down. That is Hattie God and another one who just barged in from apps. But look at that. I thought for a second that Team Anu, and as I said that they're going to be giving a tough time to their opponents, but it wasn't like any other caster moment that we have had UD previously, and it was just like opposite situation. Kingpins really capitalizing upon Team Anu, and the way they positioned themselves, it did seem like that they're having a confident gameplay at our disposal. But nevertheless, talking about this round, so let's see how Revan is going to be putting it up along with his teammates against Team Ano, who are going in for an eco round in this one. They have got 5 Glocks and 1 smoke to work around with, and meanwhile Finn gets a shot to Harry God, and look at that back and forth fights happening. Duke trying to get that kill, and ultimately he gets one onto Finn. And with that said, the B side has been left completely open, but that nade from Benzine, no damage would be inflicted, and none of the players would be tossed or knocked off from the game with that grenade. I thought AS7 could have been taken down. He was a bit low on the HP, but look at it. Duke, well, gets a kill onto Benzine. Revan, on the other hand, comes in and shuts him down. And with that said, another round coming in the pocket of Team Kingpins, and finally, we might see them coming in the lead. And as
They
yep,
might just come up shifts, and it's going to be really hard for Team Ano to actually fight back this sudden confidence that Kingpins have acquired for themselves. But regardless, right now, what's more important is how Team Kingpins are going to go forward with it. Because even if they have the momentum, even if they have the advantage, right now they don't have any eco rounds to fight against. They are fighting against Mano with a full-fledged arsenal, and they need to get into a peak.
oh,
And they will get that early peak, and they will confirm it into a early pick itself. Raven doing what was most important for Team Kingpins right now. And right now, they might just have opened up a brilliant opportunity for themselves to actually equal it out and go forward. Because if Team Anu is actually losing this one, then they are losing the economy as well. And then they might just actually step into an advantage, and that advantage would be a 14 to 13. And this is not where you want to give away an advantage to your enemies. So, a brilliant mind game coming in from Kingpins, but that will only work if they are able to convert this round as well. But right now, Team Ano is entirely setting up towards the B side. Three people were set up towards the A, but one of them is now rotating towards the B side. And we just have to see if Banana is able to hold itself, if all the players are still going to hold Banana, or they will just fall back towards the A side, because falling back towards the A side sounds like a much viable option, because right now they will be shot at from three different angles and they will be facing a lot of utilities that don't even know. And right now, nevertheless, they just walk in, and right now the entire side has been flashed and three people just
Oh,
goes down. They walk into Burning Inferno in the map of Inferno, and not enough, ladies and gentlemen, not enough. And Kingpins brilliantly defending it out, brilliantly defended, even though Flash, their utilities were on point, their spades were on point, and their mindset right where it should be. 13 to 13, and Kingpins are going to fight against an eco round. Now, God forbid
finally.
if they lose this eco round, then it might look bad, but I think Chips Kingpins are going in for the advantage.
Certainly, because if it's about the weaponry, then we have just one Tech 9 and in fact two Tech 9s, a CZ and a P250 onto Team Ano with decent amount of utility. So if they actually position it right, UD, then the advantage which supposedly we are talking about is with Team Kingpins can go in the favor of Team Ano, because we have seen Team Ano pull off lovely eco rounds in this game itself. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Meanwhile, it seems like the full advantage is being taken by the players of that update that came in, where they can toss the utilities back and forth. And with this shelter thing, yeah, I think it's a new meta that has been there since a couple of months, because earlier I didn't see so many shelter gameplays happening, especially with the utility. Players just jump onto that shelter and to the utilities. But nevertheless, I don't think it's going to be enough for Kingpins to stop their
Oh,
gameplay from unfolding. And with that said, Revan, along with the coordination coming from Benzene, simply shuts everyone down from Team Ano. And well, let's see how it pans off. Finally, after a long time, we are seeing Team Kingpins having that lead. And the pattern that was going in the game, UD, where 2 point lead was being held by Team Ano, it's now changed. And one round is in the favor of Team Kingpins. One round more, I mean, than Team Ano.
definitely. One round more, and definitely it's going to
Oh,
be. Oh no. Raven getting that one, and Finn blinded will get Cyclone away. And right now, Kingpins are quite close to their match point. Chips, if I'm not wrong. Hachi God, Duke, AR7 will try to rotate, and right now things are just falling away from their hands. And right now, seeing the gameplay of Manu, many people would try to actually like, hey, you shouldn't have done this, done that. Ladies and gentlemen, I might have that they are playing in the most
oh,
delicate situation. And right now, AR7, although falling down to the rifle of benzene, this is not looking good for Team Mano at all. Although it's quite respectful how well they have been fighting all along, but right in the end, where it should matter the most, Kingpins do have that upper hand advantage. Right now, Duke, the only one alive, is barely 48 HP. He will get one. Will he get the second? Who is all the way to the library? It will be a question that will be told soon enough. Because right now he's looking for more picks. He will put down a brilliant smoke, but he does not have the C4. He needs to push in. He needs to fight, and he will be fighting against three people. He will be fighting against that AWP Raven has. And he will be losing that fight, unfortunately. But right now, Ships are in the match point. And Team Ano, to actually equal it out, they need two more. And last time in the previous map against Wicked Gaming, they were in a 14-15 situation, 14 to 14, and then it turned into 14 to 16. And right now it's 13 to 15, and we'll just have to see towards which way it's turning, because right now they previously they didn't have any arsenal to go with, but this time they do. And this time I expect them to actually pop off. This time I don't expect Draven to actually get the early peak. He just might, because he has already put down some damage onto Duke and he's just gonna push in. But because he knows that nobody is still present to actually put down, he will just slightly fall back, but he will take that upper height advantage and he's just waiting for anyone to pop in. But I really expect Team Mano to avoid this contesting at Banana. They don't want to lose any man advantage right now because Duke doing nothing right off the start. He's already down to 20 HP, and that looks absolutely terrible for Team Anu right here. This is something that we don't want from them, and this is something that we don't expect. We want Team Anu to pay that brilliant pace that they do. Right now, it's going to be really hard, but the AR7 is still going to take up the charge. He is alone. He has no support fire yet. He will be joined by the teammates right now, but I think he should play a little bit more close. He should be more walking side by side, shoulder to shoulder with his teammates if he actually wants to convert some kills. Because if he dies, he needs to be traded off instantly. Because if he doesn't, then things will go right in the favor of Team Kingpins. 4 people remaining, and right now the Molotov will come in, forcing Benzine to go out of the side, and he will be sent off the archers. And right now he will molly it off. Duke 20 HP. The battle of Infernos in the map for Inferno is just pretty exhilarating to watch right now. Right now the bomb, it will make its way towards the A side. 4 people just running it with their life towards the B side, and they will be crossing the Molotov. And right now they have only 1 people to deal with, but he will not be dealt with yet. Right now the 2 people have come to the side, and right now one of them will take down. Trades coming in, and right now only 2 people alive, and they have to fight against the 4 people, 3 people, ladies and gentlemen. And right now Finn has already tapped out AR7, and AR7 is already on pretty low HP, and right now the bomb needs to be planted, and it will have to plant, and I think it will be planted. 0.5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And right now Hathi is remaining alive, has to fight against 3 people. He did not connect the first one, and right now he did connect it the second time though. And right now, did Kingpin mess this up for themselves? They just might not, because Shady is in an angle that I don't think Happy has any idea about. But Shady needs to move in right now. Clock is ticking away. He does not have leader spot, and he will be taken away. Imano, बहुत कुछ हो के टक से वापस आ जाते language. What a brilliant gameplay coming off from Team Mano. And ladies and gentlemen, as we say, it's not over until it's over. Although suffering a lot of utility damage, and they might not have a lot to go ahead with this round, but still, Shepsy, quite important and quite brilliant coming in from Team Ano.
Certainly, UD, and I think that flashbang that was there, if it was capitalized upon, if it was tossed, and I think the scenario would have been a bit different. But nevertheless, you see, whatever has to happen would ultimately happen. And I think it was meant to happen that the flashbang does not actually pop off from Team Kingpins, and Hattie got ultimately picks up that shot. So, yep, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, Team Mano is still in the game, and they also called in for a timeout. So maybe, they want to give in their best in this one. And I'm not sure if it's maybe, because it's certainly, rather, I should say, because this is a do or die situation, as Yuri was just mentioning a couple of rounds ago. If Team Ano, in fact, it's with both the teams, but it's kind of like a second chance for Team Ano as we were talking about it. So, yep, they don't want to miss out on the second chance. And talking about just that, let's see if any sort of chance would be given at this point of time by Team Kingpins for Banana or Apps Control. Meanwhile, Riven gets a shot onto Hattie God, and the nades are being tossed from both the teams. And with that said, Team Ano, a man has been taken down from them. And as far as the Arsenal is concerned, so they've got one AK, one Khalil, and two Mac 10s. I think they can consider switching a gun which Hattie God possibly had. Well, yes, they did pick up that AWP, and just in time, they might go for a complete execute towards A side, but we'd have to wait and watch if it's going is in this one. So let's see how it pans out. The players are rather making a move towards B side at this point of time, and just as I talk about it, Inferno literally living up to its name, especially in that banana area. You see, UD, it's like almost 80 to 70% of the times we have seen a Molotov or a sentry being tossed in this banana area. Every time we see a switch of POV, but nevertheless, Bhavesh is just left on 19 HP, and well, with that said, Champ It's gonna take down Reven and
Oh,
all on to Duke right now, but no, he won't be able to pull this off. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, Team Kingpins secures their seat in the finals against Team Ano. And sadly, Team Ano, they weren't able to come in this game ahead. They weren't able to put up quite a show. I mean, they did put up quite a show, but that, sort of expectations that they might have had from themselves, they didn't fulfill it. They got the second chance, but nevertheless, it is what it is. And we have Team Kingpins moving into the finals. So UD, I mean, kudos to both the teams, but yeah, it is what it is. And Team Ano, they did put up quite a show, but unfortunately, they would be walking off from the semifinals. And in fact, we are now going to see ultimately the top two teams throughout this tournament in the finals.
absolutely. I mean, uh, bit heartbreaking for Team Mano. I mean, fighting all the way from the upper brackets to losing to the lower bracket, and that to just really close matches. I think both the game they lost to 14-16, both of them.
Yep.
And that is something that might just haunt them in the upcoming games as well. But regardless, it is what it is. But right now, we need to look forward, and we will be looking forward to the grand finals that will happen shortly after a little break. And that grand finals, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be not in a best of one format, not in a best of three format, but in a best of
Best of
five
five.
format. So looking forward to that one because right now, wicked gaming that we have seen so many times in the Indian scene, and Kingpins, the recent underdogs, the recent kings of the servers are going to fight head to head. This is going to be an exhilarating match. This is going to be something that we really, really want to look forward to. But this will also decide who we will be seeing representing India at Bali. So definitely really looking forward for that. And I think this was a great match coming in from Team Anu and Kingpins. Kudos to King Anu for coming in so forward. But it is what it is. The journey ends right here until next time. But Kingpins, they have one more battle to fight. And let's see what will be the tide of the battle. And this was me, UD and Ships. And we will be joining you shortly.
To gray. I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away. Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away. And I play dead and I stay dead. Maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm